야르카이가 이팀님과 연결이 돼야 되겠어요.
안녕하세요.
네, 잘 들으시나요? 아, 안녕하세요.
네, 저 캡잭입니다.
오랜만이에요.
아, 오랜만이죠. 아, 나라카이님. 혹시 여기 바텀이 티어가 어떻게 돼요?
저희 때 바타 한 명 1000점 찍었고, 이번에 챌린저 마감했고, 한 명은 구했죠. 써봤다고. 저희 때 바타 한 명 1000점 찍었고, 이번에 챌린저 마감했고, 한 명은 구했죠. 저도 저희 때 바타 한 명 1000점 찍었고, 이번에 챌린저 마감했고, 한 명은 구했죠. 저도 저희 때 바타 한 명 1000점 찍었고, 이번에 챌린저 마감했고, 한 명은 구했죠.
잡았어.
나이스.
W 있어. 빼자.
아,
싸움은 내가 이겨서 당분간.
그치?
탑도 저 이제 메가 때는 교정 이제 되겠어요. 거의
싸움은 내가 이겨서 당분간.
그치?
탑도 저 이제 메가 때는 교정 이제 되겠어요. 거의
싸움은 내가 이겨서 당분간.
그치?
탑도 저 이제 메가 때는 교정 이제 되겠어요. 거의
싸움은 내가 이겨서 당분간.
그치?
탑도 저 이제 메가 때는 교정 이제 되겠어요.
앞에 볼래?
아니
개인 왔네, 씨.
해서 버리자.
얘들 죽나 보네.
얘는 쭉은다, 쭉빼.
버려.
쭉빼. 이거 우디로 쭉 끌었거든? 나 그걸 쭉뺄 거야.
오직하게 함.
우직하게, 그게 좋아. 우직하게, 뭐, 올라, 오케이. 좋아. 그러면 이거 너가 캐리해야 돼, 알지? 너가 캐리해야 돼, 알지?
근데 이러면 저 나중에 2대 가능한 게 게임 오면
좋아.
나 테이도 잘 풀려서 생각하긴 해.
네.
전령 대치.
네, 게임 오면
좋아.
테이도 잘 풀려서 생각하긴 해. 전령 대치 오면 돼. 테이도 잘 풀려서 생각하긴 해. 풀려서 생각하긴 해. 내려봐.
갈게. 안 끌지
껍데기에 던져놨고. 내려봐.
알지? 안 끌지
껍데기에 던져놨고. 내려봐.
알지? 안 끌지
껍데기에 던져놨고.
者でしたからね。
내가 아 내가
까비.
はい。ちょっと待ってください。
형 이거 대박. 내가 이쪽 봐도 돼.
ゲームではワンされる。プレッシャーチェックしてやばい。
영화 앞에
나이스. 찬이 스킬 너무 잡다.
나이스.
이번에 앞에 놓고
나 이거 블루 갈게, 블루 쪽으로 갈게. 자, 오답게. 오케이, 자, 하지마.
왔어.
괜찮아, 이거 진짜 괜찮다. 각 진짜
中国警備が売りやからまあこういうあたりはやっぱりこうこの 14.1
오씨.
안 들어가.
들어가지 마. 위험해. 피설정 때문에. 진짜.
3대5. 나 그걸로 시야 봐줄게, 한번. 거없다.
야, 여차 한번 돌진하자, 이거.
ラリースとかおらず
볼게.
잠깐만, 괜찮고.
아이고 좋다.
야, 서커트 중.
그렇지.
우리를 맞아야 돼.
와, 노래 잘 들어왔네.
これで時間が来るわけですねギアに対してのカウンターがまあどんどん加減されていく
와드 아이템 설정을 좀 잘못했네.
아까 쉽지 않은데 오랜만에 하려니까 라인전은 쉬운데.
난이도 쉽지 않네.
막세다.
타일을 못 크게 했어야 하는데 내가 필반을 해봤어.
K는데 중간부터는 괜찮긴 했는데
아니야, 이거. 내가 두 번 죽어서 그래. 되게 쉽게 이기는 게임인데, 이거.
そう戦国ゲーミング
근데 바텀도 완전 상성대로 못 갔어.
우리가 결국 싸움에서 하는 조합 아닌가? 근데 싸움을 결국 못해.
아니 뭐 디테일적인 것들은 많이 뭐 좀 부족한 게 많았지. 너무 많았지. 뭐 예를 들면 용 뺏긴 것도 사실 본대가 왼쪽에 있고 케인이 오른쪽에 있었는데 이제 본대만 신경 써. 오른쪽 날파리 신경 못 써서. 이거 일단 환경이 너무 안 좋아.
근데 그거 치고는 스킬샷을 먼저 써가지고.
그 지훈이가 리드 많이 했는데? 지훈이가 잘한 거 있어가지고.
그 초반 갱 때문에 그 메이지는 무조건 갱 한쪽이 이겨야만 해. 그거 리드 못하면 죽어야 씨.
일단 되게 좋았던 거는 리드 지훈이가 되게 말을 많이 하는 스타일이다. 주도적으로 할 수 있는 사람이 한 명 있어야 되거든요. 제가 해야 되는 역할이라고 생각을 하는데 지훈이도 그렇게 이야기를 해주면 제가 좀 훨씬 편해지죠.
다들 이제 오랜만에 하는 거라 큰 신경 안 쓸 줄 알았는데 이지훈 선수분이 굉장히 되게 아쉬워하고 신경을 되게 많이 쓰더라고요. 정말 롤에 진심인 분이구나 이런 게 좀 인상 깊었습니다.
アペリオ
나 솔직히 말해서 나 근데 몇 번 더 하면 되게 쉽게 이길 것 같긴 한데 우리는 진짜 스크림 안 해보고 처음 한 건데도 점수 많이 안 준 편이라 생각하거든 얘네 이런 스타일은.
아니 저희 다 땀바가 있네 그래도. 저는 전체적으로 느꼈던 한타밖에 차이 못 느껴요. 한타를 그냥 쟤네가 좀 더 잘한다. 저희는 좀 욕설어 있잖아요 지금.
そう
저는 나름 희망적이라고 봅니다. 저희가 처음 한 건데 이 정도면은 훈련도 하고 스크림도 많이 하면은 7 정도는 그래도 이길 수 있지 않을까.
오랜만에 팀게임을 해봤는데 되게 재밌었고요. 점프로끼리 모이다 보니까 자가 피드백이 된다는 게 진짜 저는 크다고 생각하거든요. 그런 점에서 다음에는 좀 좋은 연습 환경에서 하면은 저희 실력이 이제 해동이 된다고 해서 해동이 좀 더 빠르게 될 것
こ
같습니다.
ちらもね引き続
경기
き
내용이랑 보면은 아마 시즌보다 더 희망적이지 않을까요?
こそ
라고 생각을 하면은 1, 2분 정도 좀 최선일 것 같아요.
저는 사실 이 리플레이에 참여하게 된 계기가 팀게임을 하고 싶어서도 있지만 방송을 하면서 오랫동안 솔로 랭크만 했기 때문에 사람들이 내 실력에 대해서 잘 모르지 않을까? 난 내 자신 있어. 약간 나 잘하는 거 보여줄게. 그냥 이런 거를 증명하기 위해서 나온 거거든요. 좋은 결과 있도록 진짜 노력을 많이 하고 후회하지 않게 최선을
ないん
다하겠습니다.
ですよねジャングルそうなんですよねなのでまあ本気でスキルというところもありますからまあジルに対して出されたらきついピックっていうところでヘロビエナ消してきましたねまあそうなるとそうなんです先ほどからずっと見せているこのゼラスがまあカッ君はかなり得意としてますから
라인전을 좀 더
ね
강하게 갔었어야 되는데 그러지 못했던 게 그냥 패배 요인이라고 생각합니다. 제 개인적으로. 그냥 사실 뭐 다른 데 치는 것도 없다고 생각해요. 칼리 레나타가 상대 라칸 앞에를 상승대로만 간다고
네.
사실 압박해야 되는 부분이 있거든요.
新チャンピオンですね。新チャンピオン出てきましたね。まあスキルが
저는 그냥 저희 바텀이 좀 더 잘했으면 게임이 흐름이 더 좋았을 거다 그냥 그 생각만 들고 있어요.
下回った部分からスタートした新チャンピオンではあるんですけど、竹川さんがバフを受けて、世界的にも試されるピックになってきましたね。サポートでも使われる。
연습 태도가 굉장히 불량하다. 소통이 안 된 건지 뭐 유부남이랑 겁이 없는 건지 챔피언 상승 봤을 때는 내가 보기에 압도적으로 유리하되고 심지어 리시도 안 했는데 혹시 챔피언들이 좀 너무 신식여서 그런가? 우리가 그래도 명색의 레전드인데 풋내기들한테 지면 되겠어.
まあ、そのあたりで悩んでいるようなね、
はい
チャンピオンの見せ方をしてますけれども、まあ、レールですか、まあ、無難には。
レールになりましたね。
いや、今回はもう完全にソウルを守るんですよね。
そのあたりを意識してのピックになりましたね。
チーム出揃いましたけれども、新チャンピオンのフェイが早速登場。
出ましたね。まあ、フェイ、自分ベンチからダメージを出せるチャンピオンにはなっているんですけど、
はい。
ゲームのポイントがあるとすれば、今、ブリックがないことで、移動スキルで勝っているので、狙われたら非常に脆いっていうところが欠点なんですよね。なので、まあ、味があってベンチに勝てるので、
はい
1対1のところで言うと、っていうことは結構あるんですけど、味のある点を覚えてからバンク合わせっていうふうに通されてしまうっていうのが、今日にしめてかなり多いですね。
明治、さらにリンクを持たないっていうフラッシュがないタイミングっていうのは本当に気をつけられですね。
そうですね。今のトレーニング環境が変わったことによって、バンクを食らいづらいっていう、フェイにとってはいい状況にもなったんですけど、それでもなお競技心など頑固を刺していく、そういう状況になってますからね。
さあ改めてチーム構成このようになりました。
選手たちも、先日一戦やって、
はい
若干緊張が増えたのかなっていう部分もあると思いますから、この辺りからしっかり勝ちを重ねていかないといけない上位4チームがプレーオフに出場できるということになってますからね。
まずはね、その4チーム行きというのを目指すことになりますし、スプリングシーズンっていうと、やはり例年チーム作りのタイミングがありますから、もうどんどん連動があってね、今回はシーズンプレーオフを目指すという
そうなんですよね。大体レベルでもチームを完成させないとシーズンに抜けられてしまうというところがありますからね。レベルのタイミングで軍が出してきたというのが面白いですよね。
やはり各国がお茶君の傾向っていうか、イメージがかっこいいっていう感じだと、ベタ足のイメージがそうですね。
ゼラスしかり、
はい。
になっていそうではあるんですけど、チャンピオンプール幅広いですし、恐れは知らないという、しかも自信を持ってしてくるっていうところが、1年目ではあるんですけれども、カッ君は、以前出たこともありますが、CJ の時ですね、ではしたんですけど、本当にスターターとして出るっていうのが、ここでかなりカッ君、自信を持って出ているなという印象ありますよね。
いやー、カッ君が初ピックですからね、LJL でのプレイは。
そうなんですよ。
歴史に刻むなりましたから、非常に楽しみですね。あとはこれを勝利に結びつけられるかっていう。
そうですね。
さあ、対してアクシズクレストは今回は、ソウルを守るピックっていうのを、ちょっと先日できなかったピックをしてますからね。さあ、それでは見ていきましょう。J2 マッチ1、アクシズクレスト技戦国テクニックスタートです。
やはりミッドレーナーだったり、 スキルのレベルが非常に重要なチャンピオンたちが、スキルエリクサーを求めて、選択するっていうのが、非常に多い印象ですね。
まず開幕入場が相手のジャングル内ラプター前にワードを置きました。ただこのワードを置かれた動きっていうのはエリミも気づいてそうですね。すぐにトリンケットを使って相手のジャングル内ラプター前にワードを置きました。ただこのワードを置かれた動きっていうのはエリミも気づいてそうですね。すぐにトリンケットを使って相手のジャングル内ラプター前にワードを置きました。ただこのワードを置かれた動きっていうのはエリミも気づいてそうですね。
ワイドのピンをもらって耐えました。あの10号ゲンがリコールをキャンセル狙ってる。止まったソウルのリコールがキャンセルをもらって耐えました。みんな降りに夢中。華麗なる登場入ってゲンがソロキル狙ってる。止まったソウルのリコールがキャンセル。
Def recalling some of the fondest and most
about how these two teams match.
The most hype thing about this matchup is this is the real test, right? And you know, after those first wins against weaker teams, you got a little bit of hype around, okay, these teams look good, the basics are there, we know these famous players are performing at their average at worst and at their best, right? We saw Showmaker be Showmaker, we saw Aiming pop off, we saw Def get a gold lead and then utilize it extremely well, right? And that led a lot of fans of both of these teams to go, we're so back, it's 2024. But this is where you're going to really be tested. This is where maybe some of the cracks might show, and maybe we'll see adaptation out of D+, whereas we didn't see that out of the Foxes, right? When we saw Beryl bring out the Hui, they kind of got crushed by a similar composition twice. They didn't adapt. I think D+ absolutely will. So I think we'll see a little bit more of a different look from KT Rolster in this one, and we'll see how much tenacity D+ has if they fall on the back foot. I predicted D+ going into this series at the beginning of the week because I thought they were more of a known quantity than what we're seeing from KT Rolster here. If I could swap my predictions, though, I would because of KT's performance, but I still think this one is probably going to 3.
I still think that this one is, it's a coin flip, 100%. I think every time KT heads to the Rift, it's a coin flip this year. That's just what my feeling is, right? This is It's the heart of the DRX from 2022. It's an odd year, ladies and gentlemen, and that generally means Beryl wins. Going back to when he very first qualified to Worlds, that was 2019. Yeah. Going to be winning that time around. 2020, he won. 2021, we prefer not to think about it. He almost won, but he didn't quite get there. And then 2022, he took it away as well. 2023, just really wasn't really his time. And then 2024, now it's time to win again. That's the theory going around my brain. You guys let me know what yours is. Let's jump into the draft here for game number 1. Azir taken away from BDD, and Orianna going to be the favor return to Showmaker.
Yeah, BDD's Azir legendary, and is one of our most stable meta picks. Engage with the Nico, something he's also been quite good at. His Talia, also a very scary and imposing threat. I don't think they'll ban that. It's not that high priority, but this is leaving open a lot of really strong AD carries. Lucian's now gone. Varus, Ashe still available right now. Milio's still available at this point in time. Kalista still available for depth potentially here. So let's see what these final bans are going to be, because it looks like it is just a little bit more comfort targeted here and a little bit less about the tier list picks we have seen in so many of our other drafts. Deft also losing his ability to play the Lucian he dominated on so much last year. There's Ashe, so now we're going down the list. Maybe a Varus ban here to close things out.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Varus ban. Varus or Kalista, I guess, is what you're tossing up between. But KT might just want to handshake them, and they do. So it is going to be the Corki taken away from Showmaker, one of his all-time favorites, and has found a lot of success on this particular pick. Was the Corki Kalista, right, that they had found so much success on previously. But now, what is Kingen going to be locking away first up here for D+? A few things still left up and available.
It's hard to lock Varus with all the champs that have been banned and without the ability to know what your opponent's composition is. They get the upper hand and having the counter pick there. So I actually like picking Maokai here because it opens up a lot of AD mids. It obviously allows you to lock down a scaling AD carry to follow up on with Engage if that is going to be where Deft is heading in this draft. And then when you see the Kalista here, you also feel, okay, so they're not scaling AD carry. I mean, Kalista does scale to a certain extent, but it's not going to be, an Aphelios, it's not going to be a Zeri. But Maokai obviously does a lot to prevent Kalista from bouncing forward and actually doing a lot here. So I really think this first pick Maokai is super safe. We'll see what is going to follow. The Tristana taken away.
Yeah, and Xayah Rakan could be the option. Showmaker could take away a pick of his own if he would like to. Of course, it will be the Xayah Rakan and the Tristana, feeling like a bit of a pick away. We've seen Tristana's used alongside the Maokai to pretty great effect. And now, is it going to be Beryl giving away what he's going to be going towards, or are we going to collect a jungler for ourselves on the side of KT?
You certainly can get thinned out a little bit if you don't grab a jungler here, but I think Renata Kalista is just too big of an opportunity to pass up. And they're going to take that and try to keep this lane on the bottom side of the map completely in their control in the early parts of that laning phase here. You've got a Tristana for some strong push. Again, blind, but feels like there's a lot of matchups that you're very happy to play into. Well, let's see what the bans are going to look like here now in terms of locking away champions from the mid lane. Jace to be gone here first. We might see a Yone ban as well, though a little bit tougher to play Yone into Renata in this particular case. Brand Jungle also gone here with double AD carry for KT Rolster. We saw the success of this yesterday from Willer, and it's no shock to see the ban come through a second time now.
I wonder whether Lilia is in an okay spot at the moment, because we're looking for probably an AP-based jungler, unless Perfect can play something that's going to do a little bit more magic damage towards that top lane.
Rumble could be a ban to look at here.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah, and obviously works very well with a composition like this, especially if you get a really nice hostile takeover. Then you can layer the Rumble ultimate on top of it. So might be one they want to take away. They will obviously have counter pick for top.
Yep.
And only banning one jungler away means a lot of the 80 junglers, even though you don't feel damage profile-wise that's ideal, are still available. Xayah is already so easily to protect. And there's the Rumble ban, so no surprise there. Let's see what the choice is going to be. Ivern. Very strong with Kalista, very strong with Tristana, as we've seen throughout the early parts of 2023. Kind of, I think, blindsiding D+ a little bit here, but I love the pick.
I kind of like it, and we've seen tree versus tree quite a bit, right? Like, this was a thing that was happening quite a lot last year. And so Ivern going to be coming out. Kyoshik going to a region where they play a bit more Ivern than historically they did in the LCK, so I kind of like that. Syndra going to be locked away here, one of Showmaker's favorites, one of BDD's favorites. And now BDD going to be able to choose something to go into it. See what it is actually. Oh, well, it's probably the Tristana unless Perfect's got something really crazy planned. That is what Showmaker's decided to do. Perfect counter pick as the young gentleman of KT being treated like royalty. You love to see it.
Cassante is still available. Aatrox could be a good pick here for Kingen because it has such great follow-up for the engage they have, and that's what they're going to go with. You lock somebody down, the Callista even in the front line, then you just follow up and blow her up before she can actually get that bailout reset. And it looks like the answer here is going to just be sit in the top lane with Perfect on Cassante here. Damage profile, obviously you get a little bit of magic damage from this Ivern. It's going to help out a little bit, but it is still very much going to be a full-up AD composition here for KT Rolster for the most part in terms of their big damage. On the side of D plus Kia, a little bit more varied. Showmaker and Syndra were synonymous with each other in Damwon's 2021 runs through the LCK where they were extremely dominant leading up to, unfortunately, their failure at MSI and then later on Worlds. But Showmaker is a fantastic Syndra player. I give him full confidence in this matchup into Tristana that he will be able to mitigate that Tristana. The bottom side of the Rift, though, is where things get a little bit more touch and go with that Renata Callista, where you have bailout, you have strong pushing power, and a lot of respect is going to have to be shown on the bottom side for D+.
I would agree, but I do think that this fits into Aiming's wheelhouse very well. He's a great defensive player on the bottom side of the map, and yes, Beryl and Deft are going to have a lot of early priority, but if Zyra Khan make it through that early game relatively unscathed, could be a very difficult time for KT as we move later into the game. One thing I do want to point out, though, that we didn't really get to touch on was just how well the Hui has actually worked out in this draft. Because I know, wasn't picked, wasn't even looked at, but you can't just blind Renata into KT. You just can't do it, because that one will be coming out as an answer. They've shown it already, and so that gives you the Callista Renata without any real need to worry about it. Really cool stuff here from KT. See whether it works as we get onto the Rift. Oh, that's a little bit of potentially a worrying sign. The KT fans out in force today, according to my ears at least. And does that mean that we might have some E-word? Not entirely sure. Does the E-word matter? Week 1 of spring?
I'm also keeping my lips zipped on that one. I'm gonna keep it inside, but you know, you mentioned 2018 being both an exciting year for KT, but also a tragedy. I feel like 2023 was same scenario, right? It was KT's best performance since 2018, and then they fell short of the finals in summer, and an upset loss there. Fell short of their expectations in Worlds as the all-pro team, the first place of regular season for LCK. And now Deft is rejoined, and it makes me feel like maybe that magic of 2018 could come back here. As down here at level 1, Beryl just on the edge of the brush. And it is going to be a blue start here for Lucid. Perfect is going to scout it out.
Koshik going to be starting towards his red buff. Already just triggering some seeds and running around, as he is wont to do.
It's a very Pioshik champion, Ivern.
Yeah, I feel like he needs something a bit off the wall, you know, to be the one that he's really into. I agree.
You know, he wasn't here in the LCK for Ivern's return last year. He was spending his time on Team Liquid then, but glad to see that even though it's not as meta as it used to be, still quite strong. He's ready to bring it back in Week 1.
Yeah.
I missed this one. I'll go ahead and a little bit late, but better late than never on the Ivern.
I would agree, and I've just always liked the tree matchup. You know, it's a bit cool. So we'll just see whether it works out. These double AD carry compositions with the Ivern have been very powerful. Beryl takes a turret shot. What did he mean by it? Not entirely sure.
Yeah, it was a non-consensual handshake there. He stepped away from it, and Beryl is going to eat a turret shot for his transgression there.
Yep.
Koshik clears this very quickly. We'll go ahead and be able to go grab the Raptors and then the Wolf Cap. As, yep, this is what Callista Renata does.
And BDD also getting a little bit aggressive here. Does charge up that explosive quite a lot. Evens out the trade from earlier. These Dark Spheres keep landing, though. Showmaker can be very dangerous as we get the zoom in, yes.
There it goes.
He misses the cannon.
You know, I mean, that's good management there on cooldowns from BDD, at least to try to maximize his auto attack damage there. And that initial trade, keeping the health fairly even. As Pioshik cleared the wolf camp out, now going to try to see what information he can glean from this. Is
Scatter
early on that one from BDD.
Wanting to just try and convince Showmaker to go aggressive. There's the flash. Dark Spear comes out, and that gets the flash out from Showmaker as well. Trigger Seed needing to be avoided. And Pioshik just returns to the forest once again.
Yeah, I was just kind of dropping stutter words throughout that one because I wasn't sure exactly how that was going to go well for BD. The timing was close. You know, he was selling it like you said, but did end up having to expend his flash. It's a trade of flashes, though. Good timing there from Pioshik. Had that warded the blue side Raptor camp so that he knew Lucid wasn't in the vicinity.
Nicely played from Showmaker, though. Really just keeping his cool. And as soon as you see your opponent flash in the mid lane, I think you can feel a little bit better about using your own. And so he's able to do so. No real worries. As Lucid is lurking, but he hasn't really found too many inroads just yet. Of course, he's a Maokai, pre-level 6. Not exactly an expected outcome, as some cannons do get taken this time around, as Perfect is going down incredibly low. And Kingan's using his prestige of his skin.
I was going to mention, you know, we didn't talk about it too much. It was a good place to pick the Aatrox, but it's also Kingan.
Yep.
And he is up against not a technical rookie, but an inexperienced rookie here in Perfect, and starting to get some advantages here topside. Nothing really to write home about is Pioshik's back, and no flash for Showmaker.
Yeah, there's another scatter. Now that's on cooldown, as now BDD's looking for more, and I think Showmaker might be dead this time. He gets the reset, and there is the kill. Pioshik collecting first blood here for KT.
The power of Tristan has so much auto attack damage. You empower it there with the trigger seat. You put up that brush and get some additional damage down, and with Showmaker not having flash there, as long as he gets hit by the root, he is basically dead in every scenario. That's going to be a lost wave here, as he does not have teleport to get back to the lane. So big kill, but also a lot of lost minion gold here for Showmaker at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough because Tristana is also a legitimate carry threat for the entirety of the game, right? And has hit that sort of first initial spike that you can feel pretty good about, and it's only really going to get worse if he's allowed to get further and further on. Kind of like Caitlyn has that little bit of a trough in the middle, but once you draw all of those beads, you are very scary. So let's have a look at it one more time.
Yep, so BDD comes in here, scatters out early, so there's nothing he can do to stop Pioshik. He can't flash the root, and he's against the wall, so it's really easy for Pioshik to just line that one up. If he tries to stop to avoid it, then he's just going to take too much damage from Tristana. Kind of a catch-22 situation. BDD now has Merc Treads available, so these orbs are just really not going to hit for that much against BDD here, and he can continue to actually try to stack those autos on Showmaker and go for those extended trades. Topside going to Pioshik here, as well as the teleport from Perfect comes in, and we will see, looks like Kingan coming out to scout this. No, he's going to check Krugs. Okay, there he does drop the ward there. Spoke too soon.
Some information being gained, but I don't think they have the priority in order to try and fight for Steve, Bob, and Kevin. And so they will just be taken here by KT. See whether they can get towards that nice little 6 or 5 mark to allow the Void Mites to come out. Goshi just dealing with this last one, and Lucid going to trade it for a Drake. We've seen Drakes be pretty powerful as far as being able to have that extra priority. And so I don't mind DK's position. In this one, especially with the fact that Deft and Beryl have been pushed in just a little bit.
Yeah. Grab the last of that one, and
just be a little careful. As the handshake going to come out onto Kellen just to try and deny. They are just going to move themselves out. So, Miniwave still under the control of D+, as of course, Lucid is in the area, and Deft and Beryl not wanting to go too far.
Nothing too unusual here in terms of the trade, but it's a individually strong Infernal Drake. We'll see if KT can get all 6 grubs here. That would really help out this Tristan and her ability to just push in the side. just so incredibly strong for champions like that, for split pushing champions like even Jax. We've seen it so much already. Can be annoying for even if Xante gets his hands on it, starts controlling. The lane, but Deft and Beryl just going to sit under this turret now and chill out. D+ has bottom side control. Kingen is winning this lane here. And so BDD is going to come up here with Pyosik and try to get a little bit more control. This is scouted, of course, by Showmaker. And the game plan here for this next Drake is going to become so interesting for me, because that's when you're going to start to see when a team fight gets some resets, and D+ are going to have to be so careful how in that fight. If it hits big, then it's really hard for KT to contest this next Drake. There'll be 2 Drakes down. If he doesn't hit big with it, BD gets on a backline target. That's when things can go really badly, obviously, for D+ very early on in this game.
And also with the added, extra enchanter that they have. Of course, Renata is a little bit more of like, she's a disruptor. She's not going to really buff you up outside of utilizing her bailout, which can give you the extra attack speed and the extra life, but she's more about being frustrating for the opposition with her hostile takeover. Pyosik will offer that real enchanter type support to this composition. We've seen it so many times work out so well, and we'll see whether that's going to be enough to sort of stop D+ with their very standard style composition, right? Like there's a lot of go-in options, there's a lot of damage of different profiles, right? With Showmaker and aiming both there. Yeah, so it's some different ideas as to how this is going to be played out, but D+, they're looking to try and get towards this bottom lane, and Lucid just delivering a present. Okay, that's a big channel, and that's why you can see Lucid just getting the heck out of there. Yeah, does not want to have to deal with it.
He gets rooted, hits by them. That is lights out. Beryl drops Ignite, and you're dead. So worth it to flash there. At least they got the Fate's Call cooldown. That is a pretty significant one here for Deft, especially with that Dragon coming up in 2 minutes' time. Might be fighting for control, but much earlier than it spawns. Of course, the next objective will be that second stack of Void Grubs that'll be coming up that KT does currently have vision over. And BDD going to grab another back here, pick up some components here. Doesn't have enough for too much just yet. Rush those Merc Treads. Attack damage he has in his inventory when we do come up to that next fight.
Yeah. And BDD is just kind of cruising along, right? Feeling all right on this Tristana. Down a little bit, but Showmaker very comfortable on this champion, and Syndra just in general going to be feeling a little bit better in the early stages of the game. Kingen doing the same thing, as he has about a 2-wave advantage up against Perfect here in the top lane. But also maybe some Kingen things being demonstrated.
Yeah, certainly true. And in terms of scaling in these compositions, I think I would give the edge to KT in that they have an insanely strong front line for double AD carry. And yes, Xayah can do crazy things in the late game, especially when set up properly, but I think D+ are more reliant on their engage, and KT are just trying to keep one of these 2 AD carries alive long enough to win the fight. And if aiming dies for any reason in any scenario, then Showmaker is just not going to be able to keep up with BDD's damage. He's Syndra. He gives you some engage, he gives you some burst damage, but he doesn't have damage throughput like Tristana has, like an AD carry has. So, I think it is a finesse comp in a lot of ways here for D+ when we get to the later stages of the game. Down 700 gold right now, that's not that significant, but I think it is going to be about, again, these next few objective fights and how they stack up.
Eluding Deft as far as, well, not last play, the last one that he was we'll just have to give that on the table here for Pyosik.
And unfortunately, Showmaker doesn't have Pryos.
Is the fact that Kingen has teleport and Perfect does not. And Perfect was thinking about getting a roam down, decides not to go for it. They still get vision on this Drake because DK elected to go for a reset instead of doing too much more, as you can see Perfect just behind this turret, will clear out this wave before he heads back home as well.
BDD clears this wave, and that's going to have to be caught here from D+. This is the perfect window. Like, they didn't really need to start the Drake unless D+ was going to come over here and start taking it themselves, but they just weren't in a position to do so. They didn't have enough prio, so they get vision, they get the wave shoved in mid, and now this is going to be very likely the equalization of Drakes here. D+ kind of sort of contesting, but not really. They're just watching it happen. With the Ivern brushes here, there's no information. There's a control ward in the pit. Kind of an unplayable situation here for D+, so losing back-to-back objectives here really does hurt.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, because I feel like DK were in a pretty good position to try and threaten, but kind of went for a reset and then weren't able to get back onto the map effectively enough.
And I think that failed bottom side dive, you know, really did a number on them. You traded Fate's Call for Lucid's ultimate, but you need Lucid's ultimate to contest that Drake there.
There's a handshake. Aiming taking a fair bit of damage here. Featherstorm has to be used, and Deft gets himself a shield. And Pyosik going to keep him very, very happy. So the Kallista's life feeling pretty good right now. We already know that Bailout plus Kallista feels fantastic. You have Rend, so getting yourself those resets can certainly be more possible for a champion like that. You extend the life a little bit, gives her a little bit more time to add some sticks to the opposition.
You also have Bailout for Tristana, which is another crazy thing. You know, you can have a Rend used to trigger the Bailout at a perfect timing exactly when you want it to happen. So you can push Tristana in super early and then save her by killing someone else that you're both bursting down. So there's a lot of options here for KT, and the Renata serves as the anti-engage in some of these fights for D+, which is why I think this composition is going to be so difficult to pilot from here on out. I see a teleport here mid from Showmaker. The contest of the Herald is on.
Yeah, they wanted to get up there. BDD does have his teleport available, but there's also a boosty turret. Exactly. Look at these Void Mites. BDD just going to taxi them towards this outer turret. So the Rift Herald is going to go down, but I think KT will be pretty happy to trade it for this first turret blood, and that does go down. BDD collects that. So his Kraken Slayer is done as well. And feeling like both teams happily cruising through this game right now, Wolf, but I'm with you. I think that KT probably a little bit happier.
Yeah, with a Tristana picking up this much money early and a Syndra going for Storm Surge here against some Merc Treads on this Tristana and not having a whole lot of burst damage. Like, the health bars are just so big, even for like a Cassante here. You know, trying to set up that Storm Surge to proc on him is not likely. Trying to get it to proc on BD won't necessarily matter, and it's much more difficult to do so. You know, the money where it's going, I feel is like already bigger value for KT, and unfortunately for D+, they haven't been able to set up a team fight really the way they wanted. The only time they really had that real attempt was trying to set up for that dive bottom side, which was handled so well by Deft and Barrel. And so this is becoming a little bit more problematic. Also, teleport down for Showmaker because he used it on that mid catch.
Kingan's like, that ain't a real brush.
That's not right.
What's going on here?
That's not a rift change. That's just an Ivern thing.
Yeah. So he, look, I don't know what else he was going to do in that situation. I'll just check this brush. I'm sure that there's no one in there. All right, Kellen, looking for an opportunity as hostile takeover comes in. They're just battling one another, and Deft standing his ground. So they're going to trade 2 ultimates for just 1. So that seems all right here for D+.
Yeah, got Perfect's teleport too, so no longer having the teleport advantage over Kingan, who's left alone in the bottom side here. That's actually going to lead to a turret, so really nice opportunity taken there by D+, and it is going to give them some much-needed gold here, and KT just going to unfortunately come up empty. Not much they can do with this. 2 ultimates down, as you say, for 1. And so, yeah, no kills going over, but the value here can't be overstated.
All right, Perfect is just going to go a bit aggressive here onto Kingan. Finds himself a nice little combo and does have a Sunfire Cape now completed. So as he puts these armor items together, he's going to be feeling better and better. We've seen this one before. Scatter the Weak does come through, but now Lucid, he's here. Buster Shot going to be utilized from BDD, and the slowdown comes in. He has to flash, but there's the Flash Twisted Advance right on top, and the Unleashed Power comes in. It's Lucid that locks down the kill, the first for D+, and a little bit late is KT on the rotation.
Yeah, and Deft and Barrel didn't have ultimates either. It's not like Barrel could have ulted there, even if he did get up faster to try to turn the tides on that play. It would have been just damage and handshake you could have offered there with Deft to try to stop the play, and that's BDD's flash down now as well, just after he used teleport. So 2 big wins back-to-back here for D+. Put them back in the driver's seat in this game, and it felt like for so long there, we were just shaking hands, and KT was getting the better deal. It was a rip-off for D+, but some good proactive plays here, actually putting them back on the board.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Lucid knocked away early, but it doesn't matter here because he can still close the gap on BDD with the flash here. Smite's dropped and Kellen's over just to help out. Doesn't even need
yes.
The ultimate is there to deter anyone who would come and try to turn the play. They were too late anyways.
Yeah, so evening the scoreline here and D+ moving to a 1.3k gold advantage. Now also, we're going to try and get this siege working.
Aiming's
Siege
frying on the
sort of
creeps.
a
Bro,
thing
best
that an
performing
Ivan
player in spring.
composition would
He's
really
so
like
good, that
to
guy.
be doing. Right now, Perfect has a decent position on a flank angle, but it's Kellen that does spot him out. And Kingen trying to do the same thing. Vision going to be there as this Drake on the menu for both teams. Nice little shield. Pioshik making sure that he keeps his team healthy
King
and
in
happy.
position is really good.
Yeah. AT have these brushes set up very
He
difficult.
needs them to go in first, though.
His ultimate, he's going to need to use it to contest.
Yeah, Daisy moving on forward. Here's the Nature's Grasp. The hostile takeover is decent as well, though. As Lucid's so
Kingen!
the first kill onto Pioshik.
Holy.
Lucid's out of there.
Oh, Kingen!
Kingen's in. It's a
Oh,
double.
damn
He
one,
goes
baby.
down. Make that one a
Why did they
triple.
flash for him?
He's feeling fantastic.
Why did they flash for the guy? He was in fucking Renata W. Nah, King and Aatrox.
On the map, but then they just win this fight just straight up out of
King and Aatrox, baby.
And Iron Bushes and then Showmaker's like, well,
Bro,
let me just
that one is the real deal. That's fucking right.
Nature's Grass from Lucid, and they
That was a
all
clean
stayed
fight.
up
The only
right
bad thing about that
time.
fight was Kellen got hit by Renata ult.
Do anything. They were super low. Watch this play. Bam. Massive Scatter of the Week comes through here. Lucid's on top of everybody. Nature's Grass coming out. And then
You know what I mean by this comp's really good at killing Ivern? Oh my god, that Aatrox QE flash.
A third of their remaining health, and they are just burned
What a
down.
one-tap.
No possible
Oh,
way
Kingen.
to fight this one out, and the engage
Show me damage
is
to help in that
really
fight.
good. And that is the engage you dream of with this.
Holy
Almost
fuck.
Never going to see that actually work
Kingen.
out the way it did, but they were just all clumped up for Showmaker, and he lined them up. That was a strike. And this is a
He's
bullet
using his
round,
own
and
Prestige
he's-
Edition
he's ready for
Aatrox
round
skin.
2.
Speaking of which, that's exactly the Baron pit that we got this game
look
as
at
well.
that.
There we go. The bowling alley or the carbine, I don't know what you'd want to call it. It's a few different things, but I like it. You know, we're mixing things
Oh,
up.
King and Aatrox,
Here
what a
on
beauty.
Summoner's Rift.
The carbine gun always annoyed me, so I'm not
Profane Hydra, Edge of Night.
That was the original, so I'm
I mean, they have got double AD carry, Ivern, Renata.
unsee though.
They are some of the worst mini games in the Yakuza series, though. Don't make me duel Majima.
Hey, but it's one of the more fun ones in Wii Sport.
Yeah.
See how much different that one is without Kana? They got fucking Kingen.
Kellen, looking for an opportunity to try and cause a ruckus, is just going to try and get as much information as he can. And KT, they're not out of it, but the game just became so much more difficult.
Yeah, they're almost out of it, I would say, though. And that's the issue here is the train was rolling down the track, speeding down the tracks of okay.
Just
BDD
yoinked his Raptors right in front of him. Don't let him have the red buff as well. Oh my god, the Xayah last hit the red buff too. Wait, Maokai got no camps.
Double 80 carry is going to pop off, and now
He's pinging enemy Gromp now. He's like, guys, I need a camper.
we're now in this position in the game where aiming is big, Syndra is huge. It's a very tanky Maokai into a pure 80 composition, obviously with some augmented damage obviously coming through from Pioshik, but it's still primarily 80 damage that's coming
Whereas
through. That's
Kana
why you
this
see that
split,
frozen
he's
heart.
jobless.
And Edge of Night's done for Kingen. It
Jobless.
is so difficult to actually front to back now. Bailout isn't enough to save you. You're going to have to hope for something more. You're going to have to hope for a mistake, an overextension perhaps, of someone like Kingen, someone like Lucid.
Barrel.
Big pick.
Is
Barrel
big
down.
time dead.
Ah, Kingen.
The Infernal Chains do connect onto death, but he will survive for the moment. He has Pioshik there, and there's the barrel we remember and know and love.
Yeah, it's the part of the barrel that we it's definitely on the no side, not on the love side. Let's say on the no and love there.
If you don't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, Wolf. As the Baron has been started up here by D+, it is going down extremely quickly as well as now Kellen seems to be on the minds of KT.
Don't fuck up this Nash.
This Baron needs to be looked at.
Don't fuck up this Nash.
Get in there. He's stolen Barons in the past, but I don't know about this one. This is a toughie.
Whoa, Kellen.
25K does flash to get himself out of the way of
Pioshik
this
flashed
one.
away, they have to finish.
Possibility, not going to be able
Now
to get
King
in
and
there.
Fry.
Lucid, good fingers. is going to
Fry
be
him.
that one down, and now Perfect.
Oh my god,
he
6
just had to
dashes.
escape. Def trying to get some sticks
Watch Kingen.
as Lucid goes for the re-engage. Beryl gets into the backline. The hostile takeover is decent, and there's the Fates call as well, but Deft is in so much trouble.
Nah,
Will have
cleared.
the opportunity to get a quick kill, but Beryl not
Kingen's
be
not able to get on top of anyone
happy
yet.
about the
No flash on
situation.
Ivern.
Yoshiki's got
You got
long
Rakan
legs.
W
He
for
can
me?
walk pretty quickly, but D+, they've got a Baron. They're already very happy.
Man,
about
Damon's
how this
patience on that Baron was really good. They didn't panic. They kept it at 2k, baited in the Ivern. Rakan RW on the Ivern flash, they finish.
does not happen.
Oh, Showmaker's taunting Deft.
will just say,
Oh, Showmaker and Kellen are taunting him.
and he is.
Yo, don't do that to your old teammate.
And how? Showmaker grabs it in the end.
Everybody
Don't be
matches
like
the
that.
same view. That's what we need. Well, that was perhaps he
Bro,
could
I'm
have
so
gone away
proud
with
of
it. It was
Kellen.
close, but
You're doing so
Science
good.
stands
You're
his
doing
ground
so
there and
good.
does end up getting
His
taken
team
out.
is so
This a
good.
huge win again for D+, and we watched the replay. You notice that BDD is chasing Kellen on a flank to try to prevent the Rakan engage. Doesn't want him to be able to do anything to set up that fight. And this means a lot of damage is gone.
Look at their patience. They get Nash down to 2.5. Everyone stops hitting. Pyosik walks up to try and steal. Flashes out. They finish. Redemption, reset, stack up, and then re-engage. Was pretty good. Like, was pretty good. It's really hard to pull that shit off.
They flash onto BDD, and once one of these carries is down, you just don't have any staying power here anymore with all the CC and depth. I mean, he plays it so well, to be totally honest. He cleanses, backs away, but it's not enough.
Let's have a listen. Ooh, Showmaker, what are we saying? Come here, yeah, come here. Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Showmaker rat.
Yep.
Wait, someone died. Pyosik got one shot?
Yoshik's dead.
Yeah, we
And
cut
with
away.
those orbs on the ground. Now, Wolf, you're a detective, right? What happened?
Well, we cut away from Perfect interacting with
Pyosik
Kingen there. It looked
base
like
checked the
some
bush,
back
and
push. On the
Showmaker
other side, it looked like
QEW Artemy died.
caught and found trying to farm or get vision. It's very squishy Ivern.
Yeah. He may have been orbed.
He may have. There's a lot of damage here for this D+ that's now 10,000 gold ahead and trying to end the game.
Indeed.
Holy fuck,
And
D+.
they are not going to be stopping here. First two inhibitors have been taken down. BDD on the wrong side of the map to try and defend this as Perfect diving in doesn't find the Q though. And look at the damage here from D+. He's still able to
Man,
get
that one
himself
is
away.
beautiful.
I don't know
It is
about
beautiful.
Beryl being lucky,
This team is
being
beautiful.
able to get out
I'm
of that,
in.
but,
I'm
he
in.
does
I'm
get to
sold.
the
I'm
fountain
sold.
with the
I'm
Fates
sold.
goal.
You've sold me.
Deft now
You've
in
sold
a
me.
little bit of
You've sold me.
trouble, dove on top
You've
of
sold me.
with the
I'm there.
darkness. No
That's
one's
it.
dead just
They're
yet.
winning worlds. Yeah, I've
Actually, kind of
decided.
impressive,
That's it.
but
It's
the
done.
Nexus turrets are.
Nah,
So this
nah, it's
Nexus
over.
is definitely gonna go down. It's just whether
I don't
or
care.
not they can get some
Don't. You
kills.
can say game one Andy. You can say week one Andy. I don't care. They're winning worlds. I've decided. I've decided. They're all mentally ill. It's perfect. It's perfect. There's the boys right there.
But is going to follow him, and D+ Kia collecting their first win in this series against KT.
I mean, it was such proactive play.
They
out
don't
of
have
D+.
chokers.
Those team fights
Lucid
ended up
could be a
being-
choker.
I mean, the big one was Showmaker with
They
the
have
huge
domestic
scatter there. The
kings.
follow-up coming through from Lucid was
Some
fantastic,
sprinkled
but so
in.
much of it was just finding
You
those
said this for
opportunities
T1 as
around the
well.
map after they
Yeah,
sat
what happened?
back and took
They
some
won
of that
worlds,
early
bitch.
map pressure that KT gave them, but D+, they did not just sit back and
I think.
lose. And I think that
Well,
was
let's see next
part
game.
of
Let's
what
see next game.
happened
I don't want to
to
be game
Fear
one
X
ending.
when they
Actually,
played
let's see
against
next game.
KT, when they had a lot of map
But
control,
chat,
they
you
were
gotta get
starting to
hyped.
take
You
out
gotta get
turrets,
hyped
starting
for
to
this
get
team,
too much
man.
wave pressure on the
Damon's
map
been
and
so
kinda sat
shit
back
for
to
so
wait for
long.
an opportunity.
Well, not
D+
shit, you know,
made
but like
their own
relative, they've been
opportunities
shit
in this
to what they
game,
were.
and that is why they are going to take the
Or
W
in the
in
Nuguri
end
area.
here.
Holy
Massive
Kingen.
amounts of damage, went for that new lethality Hydra item.
Yeah.
And, picked up
Kingen is not a
the
choker.
Profane Hydra.
Kingen is the opposite of a choker. He's a peaker.
Definitely did wonders for
Motherfuckers
his
popping
power
off
spike
in
in the big
important
game.
games.
He exploded.
He was gigantic, and it really kind of just shows. You have a look at damage graphs. Sometimes it doesn't tell you the whole story. A fair bit of the story is given
Decent
to us
amount,
here.
I thought KC were winning worlds.
Getting some ideas.
Yeah, I thought KC would win a game.
Absolutely massive on
Not
the
everyone's
Aatrox, but
correct.
It was a team effort. I think
let's
Lucid's
go, man.
positioning almost the entire game long was
Yo,
fantastic.
rats, let's
and the
go
scatter from
XDD.
Showmaker, just incredible. It is time to go to a short break. When we get back, game number 2 and the space.
Add this emote for the KT series. I'm not adding that.
7 months with the best Fnatic streamer.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. PAL World time? You guys want me to play PAL World while we're waiting for game 2? And what is this?
One, this is your daily dose of internet.
Okay, moment of truth.
My lemon tree produced a lemon.
This guy. I'm on the edge of my seat. Whoa.
What the fuck is that? Oh my god, whoa, he's gonna headshot you, man. Did he die?
What's happening here? Is a party? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Fiesta? Funeral.
Oh my god.
What do you think this rat is doing?
Getting clean. Aww. He loves it, bro. He's enjoying the rain.
Oh my god, it's on fire!
A few days ago, a plane had to make an emergency landing in Miami after an engine caught on fire. The plane landed safely and nobody was hurt.
Fire emoji, what the fuck?
What do you think he's trying to say?
Let's subscribe to Cager with Twitch Prime to avoid ads. Oh my god, what the fuck?
How does something like this even happen?
What did she just do?
This is what it's like to skydive through a rain cloud.
That looks wicked.
So this is why your package was late.
Damn!
There's a FedEx truck doing donuts.
Holy fuck! That's sick! Jump, pussy.
Jump, dude.
Pog. I'm good. What is that? Your skin's peeling.
So I just found out that hippos don't like snow.
No, it's cold, man. Of course he doesn't. That's disgusting. Why'd you feed him that shit? What is that?
That is the end of this video, or we hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Later.
Later. Last one. Awkward Abyss. Is this good or not? Oh, this is a long video. Wait, a new date? Oh, no, it's not new videos.
당신도 언젠가 칼바람 나락으로 떨어질 수 있다. 칼바람 나락 퀴즈쇼로 인사드립니다. 자, 2024 LCK 스프링 시즌이 개막이 성큼 다가왔습니다. 배혜지 아나운서 어떠십니까?
그래도 올해도 이렇게 많은 분들과 함께할 수 있어서 너무 설레고 기쁩니다.
네, 오늘의 게스트 LCK 분석 데스크에서 활동 중인 전문가
I'm an expert as well.
모셨습니다. 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요.
반응을 보니까 그래도 오늘 누군가는 떨어지겠다라는 생각이 듭니다.
칼바람 나락 퀴즈쇼 시작합니다.
시즌 가겠습니다.
임주환 분석관을 모셨습니다.
Pony.
과연 포니는 어떤
Like Poby, but with
분석관인지
an N instead of a B.
챗 GPT 통해서 알아보도록 하겠습니다.
So he must be a goat.
LCK 분석 데스크에서 활동 중인 포니. 이전에 프로게이머로 활동한 포는 현재 LCK 분석 데스크에서 활동하는 분석가입니다. 포니입니까? 폰입니까?
저는 이제 포니, P-O-N-Y.
칼바람 나락 퀴즈쇼 시작하겠습니다. 자, 포니님. 이번 2024 LCK 스프링에는
Yeah?
신인 선수들이 대거 데뷔를 하게
Yeah.
됩니다. 포니님이 눈여겨보는 유망주가 있습니다.
Lucid.
혹시 뭐 명단 같은 걸 미리 좀 주시면 제가 한번 골라볼 수도 있을 것 같은데.
신인들에 대해서 잘 모르시는 것 같습니다.
What?
자, 문제 나가겠습니다. 다음 중 2024 LCK 스프링
Choose one
로스터에
person who is
등록되지
not
않은
registered
사람의
on the
우선.
LCK 2024 spring roster. What? It doesn't even say their names. Who are these people? Who are those people? That's the test?
원래 저희 업계가 그 닉네임으로 많이 활동을 하잖아요.
저희 업계요?
네, 뭐 이런 e스포츠 전반이 약간
저는 실명을 다 알고 있습니다만.
뭐 대본 있으시니까 아시는 거 아닌가요?
분석은 물론 해설까지 맡고 계신 포니님이십니다.
이게 이제 신인 선수들이잖아요. 그럼 이제 연령대가 좀 많이 어린 걸 일단 기준으로 하니까 이름이 약간 세련된 선수들은 신인이 맞고
아, 이름이 촌스러운 사람을 고르겠다.
그러니까 촌스럽다고는 제가 하진 않았고요.
그래서 정답은 몇 번입니까?
3번 하겠습니다. 김진현.
김진현이 가장 촌스러운 이름이다. 이렇게 생각하시는 걸까요?
촌스럽다기보단 약간 동년배일 수도 있지 않을까 하는 생각이 들어서
포니님께서 말씀해주신 3번 김진현 정답입니까?
3번 김진현.
Oh, it's correct.
담당 PD였습니다.
He's our producer.
담당 PD님의 성함이 바로 김진현이었습니다.
But how OP is Korean?
분석가와 해설가를 겸업하고 계신 포니님께서 네, 루키들의 이름을 모르시는 걸로. 이번 롤분 토론에서 락은 외톨이당이라는
Forever Alone
맞추셨다고
Rockers.
들었는데요. 외로우십니까?
Are you lonely?
가끔씩 외로움을 느낍니다.
문제 드리겠습니다.
I sometimes
다음
feel.
중 최애 애니메이션을 고르시오.
Arcane, Gucci, The Rock, Pororo, The Little Penguin.
저게 뭐야? 우선 아케인 굉장한
Has to be Arcane.
그 라이엇 게임즈에서 이렇게 제작을 또 했고 또 제가 봤던 장편, 그러니까 이 애니메이션 중에서는
그래서 몇 번이죠?
소환사육국에 있는 캐릭터들에게 다가갈 수 있는 아주 멋진 또 자매나 근데 이제 보치도록 같은 경우에는
또 죄송한데 지금 시간이 별로 없습니다.
보치도록 하겠습니다.
뽀로로를 이겼어? 뽀로로는 얘기도 안 해?
그러니까 대한민국과 라이엇보다는 더
Wait, what's the answer right there?
사랑하는 보치더락. 명대사 한번 해주시죠.
무리.
취향은 존중해야겠죠? 여기서 보너스 문제 드리겠습니다. 이번 문제는 대답만 하셔도
What the fuck?
포니님의 이름으로 팬분들께 게이밍 마우스를 선물로 드릴 수 있습니다. 가볍고 성능 좋은 게이밍 마우스가 걸려있는 이 문제 도전하시겠습니까?
당연히 도전하겠습니다.
소데스까?
소데스.
네.
이키마쇼.
문제 나갑니다. 다음 중 가장 폐지가 시급한
Choose the most content that deserves to be removed.
1번 리플레이, 2번 롤리나이, 3번 시크릿 보드룸, 4번 롤분 토론.
I don't really understand these questions.
사실 이제 저희 시크릿 보드룸이 또 2024년에도 계속 하게 되었고
Wait, Korean XTDers in the chat. Yo, what's up?
양질의 내용들이 담겨 있고 저희 또 이제 리플레이는 또 저기 있는 저희 헬리오스나 이제 캡틴
They're LCK content pieces? Yeah, I know Secret Boardroom. I don't know the rest.
그럼 롤리나이?
롤리나잇은 또 이제 뭐 그 훈이와 또 김우중 그러니까 당군 MC님도 나오시는 굉장히
선택을
좋은
하시겠습니까? 포기하시겠습니까?
팬들한테 마우스 주기 싫은가 보다. 아까 사비로 뭐
G, 8% of army complete.
리플레이 고르겠습니다.
자, 리플레이를 고르셨는데요. 담당 PD님께서 제가 알기로는 어제 밤새 편집을 하시다가 오늘 새벽에 네, 귀가를 하셨다고 들었는데 어떤 게 그렇게 마음에 안 드시는 거예요?
아래 둘은 제가 되게 재밌게 하고 있고 또 롤리나잇은
네,
또 이제
알겠습니다. 포니님 이제 끝났으니 자리로 들어가 주시기 바랍니다.
Okay, okay, let's go back.
KT's comp, they kind of have to stick together.
Let's
You
go
know,
back to
everyone's putting up
LCK.
bushes, they got to keep their 280 carries safe, so you kind of make this ball, and then that's perfect for like Syndra, Rakan.
Stop saying fired. Stop saying ADHD. Why are you saying watch more? Chat, the game's gonna start in a sec. Chill out.
Take a look at the second highlight as
We got a big game
More
coming up.
boom, boom, this time
Damwon
on
2-0
the Baron.
KT, and then everyone believes in Damwon again.
It really does feel like
Tip in the tears
type
of
game
KT
where you get
believers.
two
Where's
fights and then
Lore
the
at?
game
Where's
is over.
Lore?
Yeah, I mean,
Where's
this is
Lore?
the
I need to
thing,
see
like,
her
just
mold.
the Deepos gear just
Wake
as
up,
we
Lore.
said, I
Wake
think
up.
the comp just
just
He's
composition is
snapping,
just, like,
and
easier,
then she's
like,
gonna be
easier to
yapping
execute. It's
about
just
why they
great.
lost. Shut up.
It's just like compared to KT, like they had to already just storm all the game to the mid, and just there's no way that they can actually get behind, like
No
even slightly.
way.
Otherwise, this will happen just no matter what. Just they just press R, just go on, just follow up, just wait.
Just press
here,
R.
just team fight, just gone.
Yeah,
Just
also
press
the
R.
Maokai is kind of funny, especially when you get ahead. You just build Frozen Heart every single game, and you're up against 280 carries, so you just never die.
No,
so it was a lot of fun. We do have the POG ready. Hold that thought as we are going to take a look here.
You can
at who
spam
does
finish
pick
it as
up
much
for
as
the
you
side
want.
of
As
DK.
much as you want.
Will be kinging for his massive Aatrox.
Holy
Yeah,
kingin'.
I mean, it's well deserved. Like it's
Okay,
for,
I'm gonna go
for even
finish
for
the
me.
I can see his left nipple.
Kingen or Showmaker. I mean, I just thought like Showmaker started first with the 4-man stun, and then he made the space for Kingen actually to be into the pit, and then he actually made the Q3 with the flash. And I thought both player really play well.
Yeah, I'm expecting a split vote between these two here. I think that everyone on DK actually played great, but these two players to me were the standout. For Kingen, I think individually he really outshone his opponent, and his map pressure was great. And for Showmaker, it really to me is the way that he set up the rest of his team in these team fights. But a pretty great look here from DK, and I think that for KT, I think this is also how this team is going to look sometimes, where they're willing to play new stuff, both Pioshik and Barrel, very happy to do so. And sometimes it looks great, sometimes it might be a bit more back and forth.
So we had a nice little split. Could have had the tie vote except for that one aiming vote, which is very interesting. You know, he was there. He was putting out the damage, right? He was doing his job. So shout out to him and that one voter. But guys, we are done here on this. Well, we do take a look at KT first, or this is DK actually. But KT are going to move onto the blue side, is what I'm trying to say. They did play on the red side the last time around, and so we will have a slight change.
Yeah, they probably, since they are blue side, I think they do
Why are you
have
saying
a chance.
media?
They do have options to choose, like, probably.
Wait, one
like,
sec, chat. I'm trying to
easier
make
comp,
some
right? So I think I'll just recommend it, like, just try not to be. This is like, since it's like first week of the LCK, we just started. Like those kind of team come need actually more time, more effort. So probably just go an easier way. I think it's got to be correct answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see what happens
Yo,
in
Alice
game number
for 2
2. Back
years.
to the
They're crazy.
casters right now.
Much love, man. I'm glad I could help.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for the breakdown of game number 1. I would agree. I think we were talking a little bit about
Holy
keep it
moly,
simple,
I have
stupid
been here for
earlier
nearly
on
2
today,
years.
and
Thanks,
maybe that
Pedro,
is a
your
trend
stream
that is
really
going to
helped in
continue
hard
into this
times
game.
at uni.
Shout outs to the one aiming guy. Sometimes, you know, you just wonder what.
Sha, I don't know what the title is.
It was the brain.
Yeah, it was a moment when I saw the 80 carry vote. I had to think for about 5 to 10 seconds to remember what champion
One
he
aiming.
played. I was like, wait. I remember.
And they're asking what I should title the YouTube video. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he played Saya, that's right.
I think the
arguably the least impactful. Not nothing against him, but anyway.
I'll run
like
ads after
the
draft.
Showmaker angle because I felt like those scatters were so incredibly good.
Game-changing.
Yeah, we can see whether he can pick it up again because, of course, Kingen
Why are you
on his
writing
prestige,
don't know wow?
Aatrox, we were not. No one was robbed, right? It was just a little bit of a funny interlude that we had towards the end there. Rakan and Maokai, like KT just don't want to deal with that composition again. They're like, no. And I love this. I actually think that like this is the best way to recover from a loss in a game is to just say, well, you better have something else prepared, otherwise we'll beat you, right? And
Go
that's
to
what
Sea
they decided
Dogs
to do.
World in Pala World.
Orianna instead of Azir.
Yeah, I will. I would.
At
I
least
will.
for the
I would. I
output
will.
Set of this. We'll see if the Azir still comes through here. Orianna we did see last time taken away.
You
as
should come to
well.
my world.
Final ban here will be the Callista for
My
KT,
world's
so
crazy,
taking that
Chad.
away from D+ this time as a red side option.
My
Milio
world is
and Lucian
psycho.
still available, so we could be looking at a first pick of that.
All right,
Milio here,
Azir
and then
ban.
go to
Surely,
Milio Aphelios
surely
if
they
that's
ban
what they
Azir
wanna
versus
do, or,
BDD. Let's not go up
considering
1-0 and then
Lucian,
give them
of course,
fucking Azir.
KT to do the same, or rather D+ to do
Ah,
the
let's
same.
go up 1-0 and give them
Ashley is
Azir.
taken
Ah, they
away.
want to trade it for
Or we
Lucian.
could see something completely different, like an
I
Azir first
see.
pick here, or
But they first pick
Corki. There's
Melio.
so many options in this meta.
That means they can
this,
deny. Wait,
unlike many
they
of
can
our
deny the
metas we've
Azir
seen in
or
the
take
past,
Corki.
is one of the least,
You pick
like,
Aphelios or
it's
Lucian.
100% going to be this first pick kind of metas, and I like that. So now you have the option as D+. Go Lucian, Nami, deny that, fight it with a Draven pick. Also an option here for Amy.
They got
if he
Lucian,
wants to go
Melio,
down that
Aphelios,
path,
Melio. There's
is
nothing
being
to deny.
covered.
Ooh, I can
You
see,
could just go
can see
Vi
it in
Rumble.
his eyes, right? He's ready. He's ready to Draven.
And drop bot.
But maybe they won't do it. Let's see. It's going to be the Vi. Lucid moving back to the champion that he won 2 games on.
Actually, I don't want
previously.
King and
It's now
Rumble.
augmented the
I want King and Aatrox.
Another trait of it is Lucid already
He's,
They pick him.
He's saying you can't play Aphelios, or you have to play Aphelios.
Why is the stream so behind? What do you mean behind what? Look at this.
And we
Let's
have
refresh.
one of
It's
the
the
best
same
answers to
time,
Aphelios
idiot.
in the
There's
meta
no
in
behind.
the
You're
VOD.
such a liar.
So, great draft here so far for D+. Is looking very prepared for this first pick.
BDD
The
Azir.
Here before
Wow.
BD was denied last game. He will scoop it up this time.
Now that's big Nami. No shocker. They should ban Corki and maybe Talia, and they should ban maybe Shinzao and
Yumi anymore. Not really a thing.
No.
Yeah, Poppy's good ban.
I like it from both sides. I actually feel like KT, the Melio first pick, like you already illustrated, really, really smart, giving themselves 2 options when it comes to utilizing that pick. We've seen the Aphelios Melio be so incredibly powerful. And who is ever going to say that it's a bad idea to pick a Azir for B2D? You're never going to do that. But, like you were talking about, you know, Lucian Nami has found some success, and Lucid is very, very good. At the Vi, you can just pick a target and take them down. Corki makes a lot of sense as a ban here. Want to avoid the Corki Azir scaling situation, and especially in the hands
It's very heavy, the cost of the decisions that both of these teams made. You're going to lose jungle power here as KT. You are going to lose mid power now as D+.
Sejuani's
ban. Gone, Poppy's gone here.
Why didn't they ban Shinzao?
Doesn't look like a Yone composition here. We might see, I wouldn't mind seeing a LeBlanc ban here, for example. Yep, that's gone.
Yep.
So you lose some of these top tier
Why didn't they
picks
ban
you could
Talia?
compete with the Azir with that are also quite good into low range Aphelios. So, you know, they could protect the Aphelios in a lot of ways. They still have to deal with the Vi. Nico also being banned is going to come back to bite, I think, a little bit here on D+, because now they're looking for some sort of mid-champion that can give engage. Could this be, was going to say Syndra, another champion that can get backline access.
Showmaker Akali.
He's going to lock it down.
And this is one of Showmaker's old favorites. He hasn't really been on this more recently, but he was one of our very best Akali players when she was high to the meta a while ago. So really cool to see him back on this pick once again. I had a feeling that perhaps we'd just see the Fiery Circle Man. The Udyr being hovered at the moment here for KT. Definitely a comfy one for
Please
Perfect.
please be ready to slam a Darius.
Having a good time. So
Please
that's what's
just
going to be
do
locked
it.
in. It is, of course, Pioshik. We have to remember he did debut.
Please just slam a
the
Darius in
jungle many
right
moons
now.
ago here in the LCK, but I have a feeling
King and Darius sounds so
He's going to be
sexy.
playing something else. I think Lee Sin, very strong option here. You have
Lee Sin's really
Xin Zhao
good
is
here.
a strong option as well. Kindred. You could play Kindred, but Xin Zhao is great into Akali and Vi, especially Vi, because if Vi tries to engage, you can kind of just get on top of her and blow her up early or push her away. From the rest of the fight with Crescent Guard, there's so many ways to defensively set that up.
Come on, Darius, baby. Darius, King and Darius.
So good into Akali,
No.
right now, with
No.
all the different seasons.
No. Darius, King and Darius.
very
Darius,
difficult
King
to
and
lock
come on, do
Akali
it.
down oftentimes is-
What the fuck are you smoking?
That's just a tease Ox. He's definitely going to play Rumble.
Ah, yes. That makes sense.
That just woke
Oh
Ox
my
up.
God.
He fell asleep after that long first game, and
yeah,
just one way to get him up. Rumble into this Udyr can be very risky, and if this Rumble falls behind, as we have seen in this matchup before, and the Udyr just kind of runs and proxies and then gets a lead, the Rumble gets dove multiple times, then Rumble just can't side lane anymore. And Akali's going to have a hard time actually being the solo damage in terms of AP here by herself often when this does happen. Udyr gets very tanky. Xin Zhao can be fairly tanky. You've got really good peel here. You have Emilio.
Alright, chat, ads are going to run. If you want to avoid ads, you can use your tier 1 on Twitch Prime. You don't have to sub if you don't want to, but you know the drill. It's set after every single draft in every single game. You can sub if you don't avoid the ads.
Pops off, if he shows up and he's big enough to where he could just skirt around the edge of these fights, doesn't worry about the Udyr getting on top
why are you
of
pog
him.
offing?
I think he is going to have
you come back to the
really
channel
fun
and you just
time
pog off me or what?
the Azir, which we've seen Akali be a soft counter to, and the Aphelios that is very low range and very easily diveable. The Emilio ult isn't going to do too much if an Akali gets on top of you.
No, I would agree. I actually think that it's sort of very similar to what Huni was talking about, right? Which is on the blue side, you can craft yourself a little bit more of a stable composition. And we've seen both sides. From the blue side, it is more of that very basic up and down team fighting composition. KT's the one piloting that now, and D+, they're looking to snowball. They're looking to try and get the ball rolling early, much like KT was in game number 1. Will it be the same result? That was the third game. I'm kind of down with that. Let's get onto the rift. All right, everyone here at Lowpark has found their voices, and in fact...
All right, D plus Key are fucking fisting, not fighting.
It really is.
Both of these teams with a whole lot of fans, and good to
Oh,
see them
Damon,
all
blast
out
them.
representing here.
And that's what I was talking about in game 1, the both success and hardship of KT last year, because D+ has always been, in recent times, team. They've had some dips, obviously, in terms of not reaching the same heights that they had in 2021, parts of 2022, right? But KT, I think, has been an org that hasn't reached these high highs we saw from the past in 5 years. So a lot of KT fans, I feel, have returned.
Let's see Zeus' father off of
A lot of
Aatrox.
KT fans have been waiting for this team to be
Yeah. Slam on this
Very
draft.
excited for Telecom War. I shouldn't use that word, but excited for Telecom War next week. That is to say.
That's okay, you didn't say it. I didn't hear it. I don't know what you're talking about.
It has their signatures on it.
Proof headsets, so none of the KT players heard that Wolf was excited.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And it's also the feel that excited.
Nice harp.
It's going on a jolly little jaunt here.
Well, aiming cancelled the auto. What does it have? It has 2023. What are you doing?
Just wrap around at level 1.
Aiming, what are you doing?
Plus the range with the kind of chunk, and
This game.
you have such incentive range.
Not anywhere near the minion.
Exactly.
It got cooked.
They're going to give it a 4 KT. Bottom lane. This is, one of those pick White Strong does aggressively, but they do not like to
Lucian Nami, it's so bad.
There to support that is. I wouldn't point fingers at Showmaker just yet. BDD is just trying to maximize this levels. He's
But I
doing a very
hate
good job of
Lucian
it.
Nami.
As this push uncontested.
They should just have picked Aphelios away. Absolutely, utterly, completely mega fucked. Never, ever allowed to play fucking Lucian Nami ever again. That's not allowed. It's never happening. You're not allowed. I have banned you from it.
Red buff is obviously up here. There's not much he can do. Looks a little bit weird when you watch this. Like, why is Perfect just run away? He's doomed no matter what. Arguably, a bit of a mistake to not give that kill over to the Rumble. And then down here, aiming just gets Xinjiao. And the wave just crashed in the second
I swear
time.
Lucian has to be the worst champ in the game.
There's no way out here.
Maybe
There's no way
Lucian
to
will be
fly
good.
unless a mistake is made. So kill goes over to Pioshik. Beryl juggles the aggro. Very clean stuff here for the bottom side of D+, or rather KT, excuse me.
Yeah,
But Lucian
and
bot.
that's just the DRX boys really dusting off that synergy that they built together in 2022. Kind of cute seeing that they were able to make that play so cleanly. And maybe it does allude to
Oh, they're getting a free
something
Drake
being
here
real
without
special
grubby contest.
about that combination of
They only got
players.
one.
Not to take anything away from Kingen, who is in this game on the other side, and Zeka, who was playing in the previous one. Both of them very important. But just kind of cute seeing them back together again.
The more DRX 2022 players can get on a team.
I know. We at least got all 5 of them today.
Yeah.
Where's Juhan, man? Oh,
don't
the only one that missed out.
I know.
Was
Another
Lucid
world
using
champion.
his skin? No, he
Crazy
wasn't.
pace, lil' bro.
Peanut didn't even use his skin last time?
No.
Oh, very sad.
At least Kingen used his, but doesn't help Juhan, you know?
Showmaker could have used Zach's one as well. Right now.
Yeah.
But we digress.
We digress.
Are they going to dive bot again?
You can see that Xinjiao coming over, Pioshik here potentially going to threaten Lucid
Please
as
cover
they
this,
look for
Lucid.
another crash here.
Help!
He knows Lucid should be coming over, so he can't really commit to the dive, but if there's a mistake here by Lucid, if he overcommits, they could try to turn that because they have so much prio here. Also rotation over of the mid laners, and
Like that trade. Oh my god, it's so hard to trade.
here, KT roster, but he measured.
Yeah, you can see Showmaker making his way down, Lucid as well, just trying to protect. So you can
I hate
understand
it when
why,
Melio is
Amy
winning
was
lane.
playing with a little bit of reckless abandon, but maybe a little bit too
I
much.
feel like the game is so cooked when their Melio is winning lane.
These pot shots are really just hitting. Kellen not finding the bubbles that he'd really like to, and in fact, just a bit of a thumbs up and a wave goodbye.
I mean, it's crazy what you can accomplish with Melio, with Calibrum, and now Energized procs as well, with the Cure Heist. I'm trying to say it right now.
The cheesies?
Yeah.
Happy cancelversary.
It's a new year.
Look at aiming Lucian's win rate last
You want
split.
to try again? Just give it one more.
Is aiming Lucian bad?
Kia Heist?
That's how it goes.
Really?
Do I really want to look at this?
I really thought it was Kachisis.
Yeah, I did too. Well, I thought it was Kerchessi's. Like, legitimately, I thought that was correct for a while. I actually,
Oh
like,
my
I was really
god.
embarrassed when Kronka
He's
told me, like,
0-5
no,
on
that's not
Lucian.
it at all. I was like, what?
He's got a
I read it wrong
39%
once,
win rate
and
on
I just-
Lucian in his
I put it
career.
in my brain. I was like, ah, Kerchessi's, that's easy to remember.
Oh my god,
I like it.
why are we playing
But it is quite
Lucian?
strong in this laning phase here for Deft to bring it back to a more serious note and trying to grab this last plate. Lucid has 6. He's ready
Les
to
tiene que
punish.
ayudar,
Gonna try to avoid this
La vi
control.
definitivamente
Not
les tiene que
gonna too hard for the plate. Smart play. from
He does
Deft
not
and
play
Barrel.
Lucian. Yeah, I don't think he
Vision
does.
was down as
Well, he does,
as you
but
can see,
relative
this
to
control
like.
ward now just removed, but
You know.
Lucid didn't have too many of an opportunity.
Oh
yet.
my
Oh,
god,
yeah,
that ward by KT.
Great ward.
That's paying for itself, one could say.
It covers both entryways to the lane, so you know 100% he's either going through the river on that brush you had covered, or going to go around and try to wrap around that brush as the wave
Gonna
pushes
try and
back
punish
where you
top.
don't have vision.
Hope he's
Really
gonna get the
good
rest of the
coverage
groupies.
there. Pioshik, once again, going for the early grub control here.
No, he's
Bottom
not.
side with the back.
Third of,
looks like maybe
Showmaker.
Deft and Barrel we're looking for. Catch the last of this wave. Means that bottom side is controlled by D+ at the moment.
How is he on red and green again?
And I believe Pioshik just went and picked
How
up
is he on
one
red?
of the grubs and then
Oh, okay,
failed.
actually he's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Just a little bit earlier. He's not actually going to commit to anything just yet either. So just going to be relatively grubless. I wonder which grub he picked up. Was it Bob? Was it Kev? Was it Steve?
Yeah, it is hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a little
Wasn't
more
Viper's
specific with
Lucian
our
good?
labels, maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to be like a 95%
I think that's a problem for another time. Maybe that's a week
complete
thing.
Lucian player to be able to like
I
play
think,
Lucian.
yeah,
I feel like if you're like
Keyson's gonna pull us into a
70%
meeting
good, you're
a little
just
bit
trash.
later on. He's going to say, now look.
This champ feels like it's got the highest skill
Bob
ceiling of being useful
really
in a
would
competitive
just
game.
like to know which one's which.
Like you
They
can be
haven't
useless so
identified
easily.
at the same time.
Dive set up, by the way, for perfect here. Lucid is
there a dive
just
here?
ready to press R on him.
Oh, he wasted W earlier.
Should
Maybe
be
it's
able to
dive.
deal with the wave relatively quickly, but in he goes. Yeah, equalizes down as well. This is a very dead Udyr. Once again, Lucid tanks it up just enough. And that is going to be another one.
Well, 07 bot again,
the
I guess.
cross map here, that's the question.
I mean, a lot of the time we see Rumble get dove by Udyr comps, but now it's just the Udyr is falling super far behind, and Rumble being super relevant is a problem.
Man.
The
Lucian is down 25 CS or something.
Gold going over to Deft. It just means the burden is now on Deft to carry this game and to be the real threat. As obviously Udyr is not the damage threat you're ever looking for, but it can just prevent the Rumble from being relevant. The Rumble is now extremely relevant. Rushes the rocket belt here.
Yeah.
And Sork Boots is...
Okay, Emperor's Divide delivery, as Showmaker is just going to ult his way out, so he'll be fine. Perfect execution now for cool down those, so that might help alleviate some of the struggles here of BDD. And I do like an Azir that's just happy to press an R button, you know?
Yeah, agree. Speaking of just pressing an R button, there are going to be 2 of those in this scenario. It's perfect, like you mentioned in the play-by-play. Tries to thin this wave out.
It's okay, Lucian will get what? What?
Kill, but the timing of this
Aphelios is going to get 1 shot? No, he's not. Aphelios has Barrier, Heal, and Emilio. They have Vi Rumble, that's it.
In that brush,
maybe a Kali can cook. Let's see, maybe a Kali 1 shot.
Now, but they can at least try to deny some more farm here. A few minions in this wave. And I feel like the advantages here for KT on the bottom side are significant for Deft, but Kingen is such a real threat now, and putting Perfect down just means it's Udyr. And Udyr from ahead can be very annoying to deal with, can be very tanky, hard to break through. An Udyr from behind doesn't really have any function oftentimes in these drafts, so I'm very concerned for how relevant Perfect is going to be versus how strong Kingen's going to be. The same could be said of aiming to a certain extent, but I'm a little bit more worried about that Yordle in the top lane.
Yeah, I feel like you already illustrated it, right? Like the fact that you can be very, very good into an Aphelios as
Udyr from behind.
He doesn't have a lantern to go on a ride with or anything like that.
What the fuck's happening to the screen?
Can land effectively, and Deft could really be in trouble. He does have his Storm
What is
Race
going
now
on?
completed, though, and we do have to remember that there is BDD here as well. And his Azir is very dangerous. He's behind a little bit of farm here in comparison to Showmaker, who's had a relatively quiet game, but one where he's been farming a heck of a lot.
Oh, made the cannon die.
Getting ahead of the clock pretty quickly here with the farm numbers. So really
actually, it's Deft Aphelios. I don't know if his ults are going to hit this game.
Still very, very comfortable.
So maybe they're fine.
The Akali.
Lucid lurking around, clearing some vision, and this is a scary moment here for Perfect. He does not want to be dove again. BDD does have teleport, as Nami actually, Kellen wrapping around at the same time, maybe look to set that up. They're not going to commit. Kingen.
Oh dear. Oh, he's going to go for the back, and then he gets the bad news. Equalizer does come down. Beryl burning.
Oh, Rumble!
He gets
Rumble, Rumble, Rumble!
A 1-for-1, but never you mind. Deft has to flash, and the Emperor's Divide gets Showmaker out of there. Wanting to get the knock up, he will. Win becomes lightning, double kill for the Azir, but 2 for 2 is not what KT wanted.
No, certainly not. As now Perfect.
Where's Lucian's damage at?
Here.
They don't know.
The bubble.
That guy's full MR Rumble.
On both sides of the map. Kellen wanted to wrap around and set up for that, but knows that even with the MR items being picked up here for Perfect,
Lucian is useful.
Dive with a level 8 Lucian who's sitting on some components and a Nami. So
I love it when my Lucian heals the enemy top laner at minute 13.
What could have been a disastrous situation on the bottom side into a successful turnaround, and this is really just all King in here. And this is what I was talking about, why Rumble is a bigger problem here, I feel, than the Aphelios in these types of situations. His damage output is just so high. It can help trade this back. Showmaker teleporting in much faster than BDD means that, yes, he will still die, and it's still a double going over to BDD, but they save the play. And watch, this is from Kingen's first-person view. Oh, man. Very straight up forward there, but very clean.
Certainly was. It's good to see some top laners utilizing.
Aw, bye-bye Void Grubbies. Only 1 grub taken.
Even though he took teleport instead of Ignite, which is just
kind of funny. I didn't think, did Kingen say TP? He just like didn't say anything and then instantly Showmaker's TPing. Just felt like, you know, reaction rather than communication. Nice ghost there by Perfect.
Ran around in circles. Now put together.
まあまあまあまあ、配信トラブルなんでね。
He just wanted to touch it, to slap him one time.
Yeah,
皆さんね、ちょっとご迷惑をおかけして本当に申し訳ないところではあるんですけれども、試合の方はね、問題なく進行しているということで、
What else we got, boys?
いきたいと思います。
Aiming, does he have an item? He has Yomu's. He has Yomu.
アクシスがミッドレーンを押してきたので、戦国キングとしてはカウンターでトップレーンを押していうところでしたね。そして、ユージョがそれに対応してテレポートしたところをユーヒとゲンが捉えようとしたんですけど、
Is it because he's a broke ass bitch?
間違いに CC から入っていってハートブレーカー、ただこれちょっと人数不利があったのでエリム撤退に使ってます。いや、アイノがただ無名化の層、ちょっとパッシブが無双化の名ですね、失礼、無双化の名の核のパッシブのダメージでデッドしています。ドレイクをラッシュ、ただアクシズクレストその間に成功してますが、そのアソーレのエンゲージを試みるアイレム、ただこれ煉獄の鎖をもらって逆に反転からアクシズクレストがその奥にいたカックンごと打ち取って2キル獲得です。
Aiming to get a kill here and it's going to fix the score.
ということですから、人数的
But
に
what is my man Perfect doing?
アクシズクレストがね、つきましたね。
He's fucking
当然、イ
greasy.
ンファーナルソウルもアクセスクレストを獲得してますし、かなり有利な状況になりましたね。
さあミッドのインナータワー破壊成功、アクシズクレストそのままインヒビタータワーまで狙っていきそうだ。いや、ゲンが姿を隠している。いや、ただこれで見えましたね。
見ましたね。
さあそしてキナツが捕まっているぞ。ただキナツキラーク猛進高低のブーストで AOE ダメージで一気に打ち取っていく。さあワシダイとカシンは残されているが、カシンはもう戦える体力ではありません。それでもワシダイがギリギリ1キルは回収成功。おっとカシンには気づいていない。
ただこれザヤとカサンで残ってて、カックンエリムが上がってくるとなると、
ただカックンテレポート上がってはないですね。
確かに
かなり合流にも時間がかかります。
Is he really dead again?
インヒビターを狙いに行くアイノとカシンで守りたいが、コントロールワードでカシンの位置にキナツが気づきました。ユーヒはアイノしかいないこのミッドのインヒビターを破壊に向かっています。
Oh, BDD's the driver.
他のプレイヤーがいて
Okay, okay, okay.
ミニオンウェブクレイ。いや、デスタイマーソウルが10秒アップまで切ってます。ユージオンもほぼ同じタイミングでアップしてくる。さあ守れるかアクシズクレスト。さあもう一気にネクサス狙っていきます。さあソウルがここで復活だ。エンゲージ入っていくが、いやこれはもうネクサスを破壊しきれるでしょう。そのまま破壊成功、勝利したのは戦国ゲーミングとなりました。
いやー本当にちょっと
はい、
入ってしまったことで、内容がねちょっと入ってきづらい試合にはなってしまったんですけど、ただトータル42分の非常に長い試合の中でお互いにこう集団戦やっていってどちらが勝つかというところで、最後やはりゲンのエンゲージからでしたね。
そうでしたね。
ゲンがしっかりと AOECC 決めて、そこに対してユーヒがしっかりフラッシュで合わせて大ダメージを入れていく。配信的には突如として終わったっていうところにはなったわけなんですけれども、ただこう42分にわたる激闘を制したのは戦国ゲーミング、集中力の部分で戦国ゲーミングを上回っていきましたね。
いや本当あと一歩と、ドラゴンソウルも取りましたからね。アクシズクレストは
2019 to 2024.
序盤めちゃくちゃしっか
That's
り
the
と
fastest 5 years of my life. No cap. I don't think there's any 5 years in my life that went
非常
that
に良かった
fast.
ですよね。
That's fucked,
そうした
man.
ところでしっ
Those
か
5 years
りとア
were
ジールにゴールド入れてから
fucked. Whatever. How does that
きれい
5 years?
に
That's
逆転の
fucked.
キックを作っただけにそこが惜しかったですね。
ということで改めてなりますが、勝利したのは戦国ゲーミングとなりました。それでは続きまして、ゲーム2の方を見ていきたいと思いますが、ダバルをいただきたいと
Oh
思い
my
ます。
god, that
お願いい
Zoe
たします
drawing is crazy good. Whoa, that Zoe drawing is sick. No one's gonna play it, no, but it's really cool. That is so cool.
And that's what these people have done, and so they've made the right call. Absolutely.
That's what I would do, but I don't endorse it officially.
Yeah. KT, I knew what the chop down meant, but now I don't.
It means to be crazy.
They are crazy.
But in a good way in this case.
Yeah, well, the first draft was definitely a little bit of a weird one. We haven't got any word
Chat,
as to why.
does time go quicker? If I'm 5 years old, then I've only lived for 5 years. So my 6th year is 1/6 of my life. But if I'm 25, my 26th year is 1/26th of my life. So it doesn't feel like it's as big. So when I get older and I get 50 years old, it's 1/50th of my life. Because it's 50 years. So every year more is a more fraction of my life, so it gets less slow. It goes faster.
What do you think about a new game mode?
Is that how it works? Is that the mathematics?
You do a draft, but whenever you die, your champion is dead for the rest of the series. And you have to play a different champion.
Bro,
so when you're in the
it's
death
true.
chamber,
If I'm 5 years old, my brain is 5 years.
champion,
Yo, I can remember 5 years ago. It was 5 years ago, man. That's piss easy. If it's fucking 30 years, I don't remember what happened when I was 15, man. Yeah, 15 years. That's fucking hard. Because the fractions of life increase, so the brain distance is bigger from where you are to where you were. But if you're young, it's smaller. So the time goes quicker. The time goes quicker because your brain distance gets longer.
in a really bad situation, you know, you're like
And it becomes less of a fraction the more time goes on.
I only know how to play Zed.
Time dilation
Zed with his own
or something,
stuff like that.
right?
It is officially BDD.
If I have a cake with 6 pieces, it takes me a while to eat a slice. But if I have a cake with 50 pieces, the slice is really small, so it's one shot. It goes faster, right?
So that's it might be a really long pause. We might need to actually warm up in the void scarce place or something like that. But we're not entirely sure what the actual situation is. We're
You know
not
what I mean?
gonna try and speculate too much about it. And okay, so there is a bit of a Shelly bug. And so it is one of the banned actions that BDD actually did in the game. I don't know whether this is something that BDD was aware of.
BDD broke the rules.
We are going to resume for now, and I believe D+ will be able to. Take
Oh, BDD's gonna get a fine.
Now that we're going to resume, it looks like D+ rejected the penalty essentially, so they don't care because it didn't end up being too relevant in this case. But yeah, it is. Now that I remember seeing the original list of like banned actions, you're not allowed to abuse the.
What are you talking about, CC?
So I forgot about that actually until I was just reminded about it. So yeah. I guess that is a thing that's hard.
Damn one don't care. Yo, if this was a different LCK team, they would yep. But it's damn one. So don't give a fuck.
It's basically penalty decline by D+ though. And looks like Perfect is.
Perfect that again.
This is not a replay. No, it's not. Well, I mean,
This guy is 0-5.
But it's yeah. A bit of a sad time there. There is a lot of resources being used on the bottom side of the map. Will mean that inner turret is going to be taken down.
Oh man, I feel bad for Perfect.
Watching this one fall.
Look at Lucid. He's fucking laughing, man. He's just milking that
So
Udyr.
they grab themselves a kill on the Udyr, possibly this outer turret as well as a Drake.
To be honest, Atlas, at a certain point, committing this many resources to killing a low-value Udyr who's already out of the game might actually end up costing D+ because they're losing really valuable control over the mid lane. BD's now left to his own devices here top side to push this wave in. And yes, D+ have a gold lead. They did pick up that Dragon. And also
Dragon
did go down to King on the bottom side, but committing any
Perfect cosplaying Cajal. What are you on about? I've never played with you.
Come back to bite them. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it is certainly low value. Grabbing that inner turret feels amazing here for KT. Grabbing the Drake with it makes it better, but it is of course Cloud Soul and only the second of the game here for D+. Not like we're pushing towards Soul Point. It's not Infernals we're picking up here, so no, yeah, it feels like a relatively even exchange, but I give the edge to KT on that trade just slightly.
I would agree. I actually think that you're, mentioning the map control certainly is a really big thing. As
Ooh, another pick.
Here as another
Oh, he didn't get the Q off in time.
Divide,
Oh, he's burn, baby, burn. Oh, he died the Proto Belt.
Just the edge of the dash cannon.
The
Trying to
inch.
pick that one up.
That's a very
Yo,
rare
Lucid is
tech
popping
to
off this
push
game, by the way.
that dash cannon forward with the flash, but that was
How hard is aiming getting carried?
Showmaker, that's the kill.
Like, if Damwon win this game, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, we can play Lucian Nami again into Aphelios. Emilio, I think we just fucked up to level 1. Shut up. No, you didn't. It's trash.
That's
going to be Showmaker now who's able to...
It's because they won. If they lost, they would say, nah, it's bad matchup. Nah, it's bad matchup. It's bot matchup is the reason we lost. They win. Yeah, we can try it again. Shut up.
Yeah, and this is what we wanted
They're
to
complete
see
bus passengers this game.
We didn't really get it from his Vi last time around up against VRX. I believe that was who. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was DRX. DRX that D+ were playing against. He just felt like he was a little bit slower.
Yeah, Lucid is... I think Lucid realized after the first top dive, because I've been there before, his bot lane gets dove. He realizes bot 3v3 is impossible. I can't play bot 3v3 ever.
Ready to make a play. That's what we learned to expect from him.
So what he did was he just plays sides vision a bit. He just sits in bushes on side and runs through lanes. And just prays he can get kills. And he's getting so many random kills.
But it's also set up very well by Lucid. Saying he has flash.
Oh, he's laughing. Aww.
That's a happy Lucid right there.
Yeah.
That is a happy Lucid.
Great flash play there from Showmaker. Now sitting on 2 items. Grabs 2 stacks of Dark Seal as well. A little bit of added benefit. Yeah, all, but you know, everything adds up here. As the next objective really is going to be Baron, very likely. D+
Lucid's cute.
have had aiming sitting very far behind the curve for a lot of this
Alright,
game,
aiming
but now
slowly
sitting
recovering. He has 2 items now.
bounty, picked up a lot of free
How does
farm
Lucian have a
here.
bounty?
The map control they have and all this vision, it's
Now they're
really
gonna group a
easy
bit, it looks like, because the Rumble is first from side. Look at Rumble, he's 2 levels up. Akali has 2 items. Everyone's really strong now, they can start the group a bit. Maybe look for an... Nah, Lucian's basing. Gets his basing for Lucidity boots or what?
So kind of more important at level. Sorry, at
Nope, he wants Zeal and Curtius. Wow, I see lots of Lucians just never buy tier 2 boots.
Now Baron going to be looked at 2,000 gold, not the end of the world, but like you were talking about, it just feels like D+ have a clear game plan. Their game plan is Lucid and Kingin press R buttons together and benefit. And so far, it doesn't seem to have too many counters.
I mean, the Rookerin has been done for a little while here for the claw.
I thought they often went Lucidity early because they go for Cosmic too.
It's a Rookerin.
You're casting LEC today.
Look at it, it's a claw, but it looks like a satchel.
No,
it's like
I'm gonna be co-streaming it though. Yeah, I'll be co-streaming LEC.
I loved it.
Perfect predicting K-Corp score today.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, a utility belt with like, you would put around your, you know, your chest or your hip. To me, like if you look at it on like a high
皆さんこんばんは。
image call, I don't know.
改めまして本日実況してますイーガです。そして
Shut
本日
up,
は
Chad.
よろしくお願いします。
Shut up.
ということで、マッチ1ゲーム1は紆余曲折ありました。戦国系の勝利ということになりました。まあ振り返ってみていかがでしたか。
Wow.
まあ本当に
Kingin went for the magic pen
っていうの
healing
が重要な
item.
中で、やっぱりこう一つ分かれがあったとするならばやっぱりボットの主導権をしっかりと
Drake in 30. That'll put them on soul point.
そこを最後まで生かし
And
きれるの
Kingin
が
is so strong this game. Look at him.
はい、
Full 2 levels up.
なので今回もちょっとボットの 2v2 に関してあとは電のエンゲージジャンプに関して、ちょっとどれだけ制限がかかるのか。まあどれだけ練っていくかっていうのが
But we're not allowed to co-stream LEC tomorrow. We can only co-stream LEC today because tomorrow we're getting kicked out. Someone else is getting a spot in the LEC studio, so that means we can't co-stream
いい
LEC.
ゲームでいうとボイドグラブの話がやっぱりそのボットレーンが重要だよってことになるとボイドグラブ優先して取りに行くとなかなかボットレーンをリソース割くっていうの難しくなってきますよね。
そうなんですよね。なのでちょっとそのあたりどうなるのかっていうのが注目のポイントでありますけど。
さあドラフト始
But
ま
I
り
can
まし
co-stream
た。
for the next game,
サ
so
イ
I'll
ド変わりま
co-stream
して
for
ブ
the
ル
next
ーサイ
game.
ドが戦国ゲーミング、レッドサイドが
Alright, KT are forcing Nash.
さあ戦国ゲーミングはウディア・アッシュ、カサンテと番をします。アクシズクレストはニーコ、ノクターン、そしてラカン。ここで
They're semi doing Nash, semi not doing Nash. They're not doing Nash. Okay, they hit Nash, got it down 2k and then stopped. Okay.
表示がジェットになってますが、おそらくカックンですね。
ですね、カックン。
Bot.
あ、変わりましたね。
Now they're sprinting bot to try and kill Kingin. Showmaker has TP to match. Should they win 2v3?
ラカンバンということで、ラカンバンをある程度想定した上で、アジールをファーストピックで取るので加算点を考えると取られたくないということで、3番したということですね。それでも、
He got his damage off the. Whoa, Rumble!
レナード空いたんですけどね。
Rumble! Rumble!
やはりミリオの評価高いということですね。
あとはじゃあこのミリオに何を取るのか、何を合わせるのかっていうところですけども。
Hell yeah, Kingen.
ヘリオス選択してましたが、
Hell yeah,
投げ
Kingen.
切れないという選択肢、展開が多かった中で、ルシアンにすることによってブリンクがあるので次に逃げるでしょうと。さらにはリングも強力な
Look at Piosek, he's fucked tilted.
より攻撃的にやはりレーニング行きやすいチャンピオンでありますよね。
そこに対してドレイブンで対抗しようという姿勢も見せてましたけど、素直にパルスでいきましたね。
パルスレナータと返します。レンジで戦っていく。
combo off before overheating.
さらにはバルスであれば、エースビルドに行っても、トイビルドに行ってもというところで、かなりビルドの幅も選択肢も豊富になりますからね。
そう、アクシズクレストサードピック。
He's like, wait, Rumble does that much damage? When Kana played it, it didn't do shit. Kingen, you're fucking smurfing, yo! My top laner's here again, thank fuck!
アカリで勝負ですか。
アカリ行きましたね。となると、残りのジャングルトップレーンに関しても、やっぱり飛び込んでいく系のチャンピオンが相性がいいですよね。例えばバイだったりとか。
Hell yeah, damn one! Hell yeah!
そのあたりをどうするかですね。
I'm so surprised Damon are winning this game. What happened jungle bot early? I thought this game was cooked.
お、アクシズクレストから消しますか、バイ。
But they're just randomly
まさに
getting
そ
kills
の
all the time.
飛び込んでいくチャンピオンの筆頭ですよ。
なると、構成全体で飛び込んでいくっていうよりは、ちょっと時間稼ぎをしてもらう。
Yeah, his first series he wasn't smurfing, but he was doing his job well. This game he's smurfing.
さらにはアジールバース
Last game he
で
played
カウンタ
well.
ーも非常
Didn't
に
really
強い
do
ので、
much. He played Maokai.
全
Didn't
体
do
的
anything
に攻
insane,
撃
but
を
he
する
played
と
pretty
カウンターを
well.
されがち。
I think what I've noticed about Lucid is he's not an insanely strong early game jungler where he's going to do some monster crazy smart plays like Kenyon, but he's a very heavy side player. This game is a bit biased, but the Maokai game was the same, no? When he kills Susan and shit, he always just kills on sides permanently. Always will sneak here, sneak here, sneak here, always.
おっと、グエンをバンされ、そして、アクシズクレストがセカンドバンウェイズのラストバンを行うというタイミングで、ちょっとどうでしょうね、ドラフトの方。あ、なるほど、一旦ちょっとクライアントトラブルですね。クライアントトラブルでもう一度ちょっとドラフトのやり直しが必要ということのようです。
ただここまでのところでいくと、アカリは単純にやっぱりアジールに対して1対1勝っていくっていうところと、あとは時間を稼いでフシアンがダメージを出せるようにっていうところにちょっと帰着しそうですかね。バイを自分たちでバンするっていうことはもうおそらくそういうことになると思います。それだけアジールバルスのカウンター性能、あとレナータ回収でね飛び込んできたところで全員バック状態にされてしまってっていうのはよくある話ですからね。
What is that ping?
そこにこう正面から
Aiming is in the game now. Aiming's here.
そうですね。レナータ
Can they steal it, Lucid?
打たれるのであればミリオンのアルティメットでカウンターっていうのができるので、
Kingen's gonna die. Wait, that one's gonna lose this, maybe?
ミリオンですからね。ミリオンも一緒に飛び込んでいくっていうのはちょっとできないですし。
Aiming did any damage this fight? Did he do any damage?
アジール相手に。
Oh, Lucid, what?
なんか別の選択もあるわけじゃないですか。
What is Lucid doing?
それこそ先ほど各がミリオンを出すっていうのは選択肢としてはある。
That Udyr stopped taking damage.
そうですね、最近ちょっと
アジールに対して注目されて
No, Udyr doesn't die. How did they just throw this game, Damon? Yeah!
積んで、ある一発で赤月が発動するっていうビルドが最近流行ってきて、しかも後期、それだけじゃなくて、積んでも強いんですよ。
そうですね、ビルドの幅も広い。
そうなんです。なので、後期の評価が上がるっていうのはうなずけますし、あとはパッケージですよね。
Did my Lucian do anything this fight? What happened to Rumble? What's going on?
ヘラルドタイミングに間に合わないと、 とかドラゴンタイミングにうまく調節しないとみたいなことがあったんですけど、今ボイドグラブも2回湧いてきて
Lucian Culling is healing Udyr. That's good. Rumble ult hits deft, but
どっか1回は必ず
Kingan's flanks.
常に何かオブジェクトがアップしてるような状態が
Kingan's damage is not that high.
なので後期の強みを生かしやすいっていう
Kingan, I can see why he did that, but
理由だと思いますね。
ですが今回はその後期ではなくて、あえてこう明かりということでね。
I don't know why it's Q flashing in there. Azir has
そこ
stopwatch.
がどういう風に機能するかっていうのね。
And even if Azir dies, the Aphelios kills.
こちらのね。
Oh my god, I think Damwon don't really have an AD carry this game, do
入
they?
ってまいりました。アクシズクレストのアイノ選手のちょっとバンミスということで申請がありまして、ちょっとやり直しと。
なるほどなるほど。
I think Kingan might need some healing action.
ということはラストバンですね。
そうですね。ラストバンの方がちょっとミスが発生したということ
Okay,
で。
he bought the Vivian Ward.
申
Perfect.
請がね、素早く入れば修正ができるというルールになってますんで。
Alright, here it is. Try again.
まあ、
It's not over yet. Damwon's still even.
某ストリーマーの方、まあ、
某スペシャルさん。
はい、某スペシャルさん。
某スペシャルさん。
まあ、高いスペシャルさんからね、
Lucid can look for a steal here.
応援を受けていますけど、確か今日は高いスペシャルさんお休み。
Oh, he missed again. Nice ult. They landed the E on to deft. Showmaker trying to get him. Oh, the heal from the crypto bloom. Showmaker got it.
いや、そうなんです。
Aiming's doing nothing.
どうなんでしょうね。これはアイノ選手にとってはしてもらった方がいいのか、
Kingan
やってもらった方がいいのかってわからない部分があるんですけど。
難しいところですよね。
そのだからアイノ選手
What does my
に
Lucian
何
do in this
か
fight?
いいこともあれば、
確かに
まあその悪いことっていうと変です
Oh, aiming!
まあ今回みたいなことね。
Oh no, Kingan! Yes, Kingan! Yes!
まあ、ただやっぱり応援するところがいいですよね。
まあそうですね。はい。なんか某スペシャルさんのね配信を見ていると、やっぱり
Holy fuck, man! He's playing without an AD carry this game.
話も聞きますから。はいはい。
Who said it's a rumble one trick? Who said it?
まあねその。
an Aatrox one trick. I mean. Shut up.
もちょっとやってくださっているということなので、ぜひそちらの方もね、皆さん見ていただければと。
Showmaker landed his E on Aphelios, but what does Aiming do this fight? Let's watch Aiming. He's hitting Udyr. He's still hitting Udyr. He's stunned. He dashes. He's hitting Udyr.
ね、ウォッチパーティーをされてくださってるね、方々。
Oh, Kingan plays so good. Kingan plays so good on the kite, on the CDs, on the cooldowns. Aiming. No damage, man. No damage. Kingan.
全体をね盛り上げていければなと。そうですね。まあ現在
Aiming killed Deft, did he?
そうですね。
Was the culling hitting? I didn't see it.
はい、ラ
I
スト
thought Showmaker killed Deft. I think Showmaker had Deft. No, he had E on him, and he was half HP. I thought that Showmaker clears that
面
shit.
白い版になってますね。まあ、共有アイテムの変更でカジクス、非常に強力になっているというのもありますけど、バルスのポーク、あとはカジクスのポークっていうところに、
I don't get it. King and items, did he buy
カ
them?
ジクス
Got
が
a stopwatch
キル回
maybe?
収していくような、というところも見ていた。
But where's the Rabadon's at? Where's the Rabadon's chat?
さあ戦国ゲーミングはラストバンで信者をバンしています。セカンドビッグフェイズアクシズクレストはセジャーに選択。
まあやはりフロントラインをしっかりと作った上でっていう狙いだったようですね。
あくまで集団戦。
はい。一方、戦国ゲーミングとしてはどうするか、まあ、トップレーン、まあ、相手のジャングルがセジャーにということもあるので、
Where
メレーが
is King
そうだ
and
なという予想を立つと思うんですが、ただまあ、どんな相手も戦えるエトロックスで出して
But bro, King is 100% kill participation as a top laner.
そうなんですよ。
ありますよね。
ジャックスが空いていて、なおかつセジャーにと相性が非常にいいということで、まあ、かなり高い確率でジャックス出しそうだなとは思いますよね。
That's my world's finalist
ところ
MVP.
を戦国ゲームとしてはどうするのか。
Carry game 1, carry
考え
game
るのであれ
2.
ば、マオカイやポッピーみたいなタンクチャンピオンが非常に好ましいですよね。まあ、明かりもいることですし、ポッピーがいいですか。
ポッピーとなればもうその明かりが飛び込んでくる動きに対してはもう徹底
What
的
is
に
that
カウン
aiming
ター
build? Don't ask. My man is a broke ass bitch. That's what he is.
もっと強気にバンブヤのカウンターを狙いに行くということですか。あ、なんだ。
We're changing from the shy to King
チャンピオン。
Maybe. The shy is not coming
やり
back.
たいので、まあ、1対1のことももちろん重要ではあるんですけど、集団戦でより強力なナーを選択した。ただ、まあ、1点にやるポイントとしては、やっぱりこうアジールのコーテのブンスターで、さらにはポッピーの W の
How can you say fake fan when he's not even playing anymore? He retired.
というところがある中
How
で、
does that make sense?
ナーがどこまで
That doesn't make any sense.
しっかりと集団戦エンゲージできるのかっていうのはかなり未知数な部分がありますよね。
飛び込んでくる
King is King is chatting super hard.
ですかね。戦国 ゲーミング。
まあ、もちろんジャックスを取ったとしても結局同じことが言えるので、であれば、まあ、多少ちょっとレーニングのところで
He's on break.
ても
He's not on break, bro.
AOECC が
That's what they all say. I'm gonna take a break. Shut up. You're retiring. You're retiring. But you don't want to say it. You're retiring. We know it. I'm gonna take a break. A break from what? You're gonna come back and be better than you were? No, you're not. You peaked, brother. Who's taken a break? Come back and played better. No one. It doesn't happen. Nuguri comes back, kinda mid. Baker, he had a medical injury. He didn't take a break. He didn't stop talking about and watching League.
今回の試合はアクシズクレストとしてはもうボイドグラブではなくてドラゴンを意識したいというのは考えているでしょうね。一方の先行ゲーミングとしてもバルス・レナータと知ってますから、やはりレンが協力ということの中で、そこに張り合っていく必要がありますよね。
バルス・レナータは結構最近ね、ルシアンがやはり評価が高かったということで、じゃあそのルシアンに何かカウントを
The Shy still streaming League? Yeah, he's addicted. We're all addicted. Shut up.
そもそもバルス自体がやっぱレーンが非常に強力、なおかつそこをアシストできるレナータ。ルシアンが前に打ってきたところにレナータがQ を当ててしっかりと弾くことができるとか、そもそもレンジ内に入らずに
Oh, what? He flash ulted him.
バルスが牽制してスローフィールドを使いながらダメージを
Oh, he didn't get the Q. But that's kind of good already, bro. Lucid pulls the fucking trigger. You can't react to that Aviot like that. That was clean.
そこは
Lucid is clean with
エンゲージチャンピオンではないということです。
あ、そうですね。確かに言われてみれば。
Yo, Odo, don't pick Udyr today. It's a bait.
エンゲージするのは本当難しいチャンピオンですね。
そうですね。アルティメットから
I don't know why, but recently every Udyr I've seen has ran it the fuck down.
ここで戦国ゲーミングが新たなスタイルに一つ挑戦したというふうに
How
思い
does
ます
King
ね。
still have 100% KP? How cool is
できる
he?
かどうか。はい。
King.
さあそれでは見ていきましょう。戦国ゲーミング vs アクシズクレストマッチ1ゲーム2。
Underpaid good, yeah.
戦国ゲーミング面白い動き、ボットレーン
Who was it that was inting on Udyr yesterday? Oh no, it wasn't inting, it was just fucking King murdering him. Was it Dundun?
これ戦国ゲーミング全員でボットサイドから相手ジャングル入ってきますね。
そうですね。
And Oscar?
視界を確実に取ろうということですね。
And
の
Shigenda,
ワードを
yeah,
聞きました。
everyone
相手のブルーバフ前のブッシュです。
すごいですね。ファーストストライクで最初に20ゴールド稼ぎましたよ、ソウル。
As a hardcore Kana fan, he was not the problem given a second chance. No second chances. Okay? He's done. Gone. Bye bye.
さらに強気に行く。
相手ジャングル側のトライブッシュを取っているのは戦国ゲーミングだ。ここにソウルとアイトがやってきて、いきなりレベル1からの2v2。アイトが起こります。ダメージトレードは勝ったのは戦国ゲーミング。
これでレーンの有利というのを戦国ゲーミングとしては作りやすくなりますね。
お互いサポートポーションを一つずつ使
Do
って
you
ますね。
sell Yomus for IE?
さらにはそもそも
Or do you sell the Volcanic Shard for Kraken? Like, surely crit build is better late game.
ということになりますから、レベル1のところは相当苦しい。アクセスクレストとしては相当苦しいボトルになりますね。
Oh my god, Lucian is busted! This guy was getting blasted for the last 30 minutes. Now he's monster OP. But I guess Pyosik has no armor, right? Apart from that fucking shitty red item. I guess his build's not bad. Just it took him a while to get there. But he made it. We're back in business. Who'd have thought that Lucian's OP late game?
一方まだ友情ポーション1個も使ってないですから圧倒的な有利がミッドレーン、明かり側につきましたね。
He went from healing Udyr to
これが
damaging
友情
Udyr.
が優先して明かりを取った理由ですよね。
そうですね。明かり側がメインでやっぱりキルプレッシャーをかけていくってなるとロークが必要になってきますから、この時間帯でこれだけ有利が取れるというのは素晴らしいですね。
さあエリムがもう
Well, they got
ボットレー
rumbled.
ンにプレッシャーをかけていきます。
ボットレーンで圧倒的な有利がある。なおかつやっぱりこのマップの変更によって、ブルーサイド側からレッドサイド側へのこのボットジャングルに入っていきやすさというのがさらに増しているので、エイムとしてはこのボット有利を生かして入っていきますね。
ブルーバフのスティールを狙うが、これは家臣が飛べに入ります。さあエリムと家臣 1v1 の形、ボットレーンではウェーブプッシュを行えているのは戦国ゲーミングだ。このプッシュを生かして寄せていきそうですが、ついていくのはアイノか。ミニマップ上の攻防ですが、エリムがブルーバフのスティールを制 成功させています。
やはりボットレーンがプッシュできている都合上、
Okay, sold Ghostblade for Essence Fever. I like that. This Lucian is getting really broken now.
あまりにも強いですよね。
Now it just needs to sell Volcanic, whatever the fuck it's called, for IE, and it's monster OP.
今後もこういった展開が続くと、さらにちょっとアクセルクレソとしては、家臣としてはちょっと窮屈なジャングルを要求されますよね。
いや、ここもエリンプがプレッシャーかけ続けて、リバーに出させないようにしてますね。リフトスカトルのコントロール、これでエリンプが出す。
Navori or IE, both are good.
家臣
Probably
と
Navori,
し
I
て
guess.
もこれ
I don't know, IE's kind of busted,
サイド
isn't
入
it?
っていく
Is IE busted?
なくはないんですけど、それをしてしまうとですよね、ボットレーンがフリーになってしまって、ソウルがファームできないという展開につながってしまいますので、あまりやりたくなかったっていうところですよね。
But with Nami, you just dash forwards, double crit, auto Q, auto with IE, it's mega burst, isn't it? I feel like Navori is if you're playing with like Melio and you're fucking smashing your keyboard kiting with APM.
結構このルシアンミ
But
リ
against
オ
these
におい
champs,
て
don't you
は
just take IE and one shot
ある
them?
選択肢。
Like that Zinzao has no armor.
戦ってきたレーンではあるん
He
で
just
すけど、
gets 3 autos off and that's it. Then he
バルス
cullings.
レナータみたいな
I think
非常に強力なチャンピオンたちが来た時
I
に
think against their comp, maybe he should just go IE.
プラスして言うと、このジャングルのをかけても負けてしまったというところで、
I don't know what the
どう
numbers
しても
are.
戦う選択肢が取れない場合、
I think both are still good.
サポートアイテムを積むことによって、
I just feel like Lucian won't get off that many
こう
autos.
いうのが一選択肢としてはあるん
But
で
the
すが、
autos he gets off can fry if he has IE.
Shadow Flame done now for Showmaker as he's making his way
His
out.
Dragon should be free because he still has culling, so he can zone them away from Dragon if they walk up like that.
っていうのと、
What is Deft doing?
発生してくると、
Did he think he had purple or what? Like, man, Deft Aphelios makes me fucking dizzy.
ということにもなってくるので、4コアだったり、5コアに行く速度っていうのは、若干遅くなるんですよね。の部分も相まって、今回はもうソウルが最終盤までしっかりとダメージを出さなきゃいけない。
Kingan's ready to press R, and so is Lucid, but obviously Aphelios has GA and Azir has top 1.
ということですね。この選択肢素晴らしいですね。
ブレイクを始めますね、アクシスクレスト。
相手のリコールタイミングというところをしっかりと把握した上で、このドレイクタッチ、見事ですね。
ボットレーン自体はちょっとこう不利を背負っている形だったんですが、
やはりこのドレイクが取れているかどうかっていうのが、後半にも影響出てきますからね。
Chad, did you know Kingan follows me on Twitter? We're basically best friends. Oh my god, aiming, you're trolling. 60 seconds respawn? Yo, Showmaker, get that wave. Now they're gonna be okay. They can rumble with the wave, right? They can rumble with the wave. They can rumble with the wave. Kingan. Press B, press B, press B. Rumble with the wave. Showmaker can get the next one. Rumble with the wave. Rumble with the wave, rumble with that shit. Yeah, hell yeah, baby. Num 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 num. And we're fine, right? No, we're fine. They can't take the tower. Showmaker proxies the next. Done. We're good. Alright, now we can slow down their Baron, maybe. Nah, actually, I don't know if we can.
君はそこの動きを止めることができると、なおかつ主導権を握ってこういった形でボットにプレッシャーをかけることができると、なおルシアンミレのファームを奪うことができます。
Yeah, you see, aiming went for IE. I actually think it's better this game.
ここでボイドグラブを始めます、アクシスクレスト。
Wow, they lost Nash from this. Oh my god.
リコールタイミングでもあるので、ここはボイドグラブに触ってもボットの不利はないということで、いいタイミングで触れてますね。
トップレーンの主導権がここまで取れているというのも大きかったですね、アクシスクレストは。さあ、3つ抑えました。
Best spring AD carry? He is gonna be the best AD carry in spring. I can feel it. It's just he needs to stop playing Lucian. He can't play Lucian. It's okay not to be able to play Lucian, like, it's fine. It's not embarrassing.
ボイドグラブを先ほどまで触っていたわけですから、トップレーンサイドにジャングラーがいることが分かっている中で、
You guys are just Viper and Gumuyushi enemies, and they're very good, I agree, but I believe in aiming. I believe in him. I believe in him.
ここカバーするようにエリムのトップサイドに動いていきます。
He just needs to never play Lucian again.
借り終えた家臣、リコールに入ってますが、そのリコールを止めにエリムが強気に入っていくと、しかし家臣待ち構えている。鷲田を寄せて永久凍土のスタンがエリムに入った。ステッドファーストムーブメントスピードをアップさせながらフラッシュアウト逃げていく選択。さあただこれは追っていって家臣が氷河の怒りを当ててファーストブラッド。ミッドレーンからユージョンも駆けつけてきている。キナツはフラッシュアウト選択です。
Actually, maybe Henna's the best. You're right.
エリムとしては強気に入ってはいったんですけど、まだレベル5だったんですよね。そうなれば鉄椎から飛ばして生還っていうところも狙えただけに、まあ序盤ボットレの皮を多く見た都合で経験値6と、まあ、経験値の差が出てしまったというのをちょっと疲れてしまいましたね。ただ動きをしないとトップレーンのキナツのレーニングがかなり苦しくなるだけに、エリムとしては強気に行き過ぎてしまいましたけど、うまくガシンがカウンターしましたね。はい、
Okay, are we pulling the trigger?
レベル6で相手のジャングル入っていて、ブルーバフ前、これはエリムスティール成功です。
Oh my god, we're going. Oh my god, we're losing. It's lost.
あくまでこのカウンタージャングル強気な動きはやめないぞと。
Is it lost? Please get that as here.
Aiming! そしてエリムグロンプ前に入っていく。カックも来てる。さあカックも寄せての動きだぞ。なんとか家臣がボットのアウタータワー下の方へと動いて、
Deft ran it down in mid with his flash, and Perfect was trying to replicate K-Corp's score in the LEC. Everyone was winning, getting caught on sides from fucking KT. We had Soul. Kingen was popping off 100% KP. What do you mean we're losing that dog shit?
ただまあこの瞬間はまあテレポートがないというところもありますから、そこで何かこうオーブミットだったりとか。ボットサイドでアクションを起こしてるっていうことはちょっとできなそうですね。
How do we throw that shit? How do we throw that shit? Who's that? Who's that? How do we throw that shit?
ファーストドラゴン取られてしまった。さらにはボイドグラムも全て取られてしまったというところがありますから、さすがに次のドラゴンは
Show me that fight again. So Lucid flash ults Aphelios. BDD pushes back the engage. The Rumble ult was kinda missing because they can just run off it with melee ult. Then Kingen goes in and is gonna pop the stopwatch with Proto Belt. Showmaker's gonna go in and pop the stopwatch as well. Aiming's trying to get through the front line. Deft ult misses. Classic. Lucid Q's out. Aiming dashes forward. Auto goes for the Q. Boom. BDD doesn't die. Then he hits the tower. He hits the tower. Then he gets stunned. He was probably gonna die anyway. Oh my god. Don't ever let him play Lucian again. Don't let him play Evolution again, please.
狙っていそうな動きですね。始めますか。
ただこれボットのウェーブが
そうですよね。先行ケミがかなりプッシュができているタイミングです。
なので、
He's not allowed to play Lucian ever again.
時間を稼ごうみたいな動きになってますね。
He's banned from play. Kingen, man. Catch the spare. What is that? They were 8.4k gold up. With Soul. 8k up with Soul. Who loses that shit?
なので、ボイドグラブに行くしかないだろうということで、アクセスクレストとしては、もう狙いを切り替えてますね。
始めました、家臣。ボイドグラブを、まずは、
Stop saying G2 Weibo. Shut up. You're not funny. You think you're funny, but you're not.
ミッドの方に動いてたんですよね。
なので、まあ、若干遅れはしましたけど、コントロールはできますが、最悪、あのタイミングからスタートすると、このボイドグラブに、先行ゲーミングが間に合うんじゃないかっていうような危険性もあったんですけど。
You think you're funny, but you're not. I'm not a game on Endy. I'm not a game on Endy. That just isn't true.
まあトップレーンは試合がずっと勝ってますから、ちょっと先行ゲーミングとしてもここには近づけないですか。
いやこれ心強いですね。さあボイドグラブこれで6体の獲得に成功です。アクシズクレスト。
こうなるとボイドマイトが2体出てきて。かなりタワー。
Okay, so this was why the game was paused and why BDD was going to get punished, but Damon said it's fine, we can play on. Apparently this was the bug. As Yim's also an enemy with a soldier before hopping into the
しかしカックン気づいている。さあ継続してエリムはボットレーンに陣取っているが、ちょっと弦の体力が心もとないか。だいぶはしません、先行ゲーミング。
ここはソウルの判断が見事でしたね。だいぶされる前に速やかに前に出てダメージトレードを行って、 ダイブができないような
Oh,
体
he
力状況に持っていく
turns invisible and flies
そういう
back
こと
to
に
his
よって
soldier.
エリムが無理やり合流しようとしたんですけど
That's
そ
the
こも
bug that
ちょっ
BDD
と
did this game.
先行ゲーム
That is
お二
why
人はプレッシャー
Damwon
かけられたの
paused.
で下がるしかないということで
Hi
距離が空いて
Vegeta,
ましたから
why does Azir keep playing
うまく
BDD?
あの時間と2人で対応しきりましたね
He didn't fly back to his soldier, but he flies quite far
そし
back.
てソウルとしてもかなり苦しい状況だったんですけどなんとかストームレーサーまで行けましたね
はいまあ、夕日が今クラーケンスレイヤー購入というところまでビルドですから、まあ、このコアアイテム数の数では差がないというタイミングにもなります。
That's a bug.
バルスも様々なビルドありますけど、
Someone says, "Hey Keijo, why do you have a 45-second delay for coach from the LEC, but not for any other coach rooms?" Okay, so basically, it's because when I watch the LCK, it's a live stream. Okay, this is their live stream on Twitch. When I watch the LPL, it's a live stream. If I was to co-stream, I don't know, Worlds from the T1 office, it's a live stream. But I'm watching in the studio, so I'm not actually watching on a live stream, I'm watching the broadcast feed, okay? And the broadcast of every Riot Games broadcast, I think, is 45-second delay in case anything goes wrong in the stream, and they need to kill it. They need to kill the switch in case someone, like, if something's on fire, they need to turn it off. They need a 45-second buffer to make sure no one at home can know there's a problem, right? But because I'm in the studio, I also have to have a 45-second delay because the broadcast has a 45-second delay. Otherwise, I'm showing the studio live because I have their broadcast feed. I'm not watching the stream. And if I watch the live stream in the studio, then it's 45 seconds delayed. Then you'll hear the crowd shouting while I'm 45 seconds delayed on the stream. You know what I'm saying? If I was at home, it's fine, but I can't watch.
トレーンはどうやらユージをタワーの破壊まではつなげられてないようです。
ただかなり削れたとは思いますよ。
そうですね、かなり削れてますね。そしてこのユージオのプッシュに家臣がカバーの動きを見せている。カックンとゲンで守ります。遅れてエリムを寄ってこれそうです。ウェーブクリアはギリギリ間に合ってボットのアウタータワーは残っています。ただ
追加の確定ダメージで
そうですね、これボイドグラブの追加の確定ダメージで取れましたね。
取れましたね。
まあこうして取れるとなるとボイドグラブ様々って感じしますね。
そうですね、取った価値がありますよね。ボイドマイト2体出たことによってさらに削れていたわけですし、あとだそのまま行きました。
だいぶ判断か。いや、ただ家臣気づいた。
カバーしてる。あとだ E も W も使った。
ウェ
ーブクリアは
なんとか間に合いましたね。
なのでこれは戦国ゲーミング無理はしません。トップレーン遠国の鎖からダーキンブレードの3発目が入ったぞ。これメガナーになった直後ですか。フスコゲージのたまりが悪い。進撃フラッシュアウトわしだいフラッシュ追っていくキナツ。
スローが入ってない。
スローが入らなかったところでただ戻りで入りましたね。
はい。さらには移動速度も上がったので、
これは逃げられそうですね。
フラッシュトレードになりますか。やっぱりファーストが完成して9のクルダも上がってきてというところで、そろそろなもう1対1私に有利というわけにはいかなくなってきますね。お互いにドラゴンは1スタックずつ取った中で、ここから2スタック目の先行っていうところを両者狙っていく時間帯にはなってくるわけですけど、ナーのフラッシュがないというのがちょっと気になるポイントですね。メガナーアルティメット非常に集団戦で強力なんですけど、ポッピーもいるだけでなかなか当てづらい。フラッシュだと強引にそこを抜けていける可能性があったんですけど、それを切らされてしまったわけですから、さらにはヘラルドも使ってウェーブの主導権も取ろうとしますね。
常連にヘラルド召喚、
かなり先行ゲーミングがいい。
エリムが登場しています。
Which country do you live in and where is the LEC being played?
かなり削れた。
Yo, what's up, new watcher? I live in Berlin and the LEC is played in Berlin.
ウェーブクリアは間に合ってアクシズクレストもミッドナウタータワー防衛には成功しています。さあドレイクアップ数にアップしてますね。
キナツが合流していたという情報を受けて、トップレーンのスプリットプッシュに
Listen, tomorrow's
ドレイクとのトレードを見るような形。ただこれ
Tomorrow's stream is going to start at 5:30 a.m. We're going to do T1 Esports Academy vs Hammer Life Academy.
姿も見えましたね。
And then we're going to do LPL.
戦国ゲーミングがドレイクを始めます。
So we're going to do T1 Academy vs Hammer Life.
ナーが今不利の状況
See
で
if
すから
Reckless can get his first win.
テレポートしてます。
Then we're going to do Top Esports BLG. Then we're going to do RNG EG. And then we're going to do a little bit of variety. I can't coach him LEC.
走者ボディーブロックをエリムが入れている。さあそのエリムのヒロイックチャージスタンが歌詞に入って一気に CC チェーンからカックンが打ち取った。1キル獲得は戦国ゲーミング。キナツもテレポートで合流間に合っています。一人人数が少ないのはアクシスクレスト。
T1 Esports Academy and then LPL a bit. and LCK.
さあただドレイクを再び
Friday
始めましたね、
is
戦国ゲーミング。
LCK, KTT1,
裏から
Classic.
友情が狙っている。カックンがプレッシャーかけて
RNG
下がらせた。ワシダイのプレスゲージが溜まったぞ。
Genji Damwon Classic.
エリムの
And
体力が
next
かなり低
weekend
い
we。might coach him LCS because I don't know
メ
if
ガ
we'll
ナー
be
の
able
プレッ
to
シャーを生かしていきます。
play
あとキナツニスさんが入ったが
There's
ダーティーブレード打ち込んでいる。
some weekends where I'm not gonna be able to
あと飛び込んでの
play
メガナーアルティメット狙ったんですがステッドバスで弾き出し皇帝の分されでディスエンゲージ完了。カックンがソウルを打ち取り、そしてキナツのワールドエンダーユージオはアルティメットを使って逃げ切れましたが2キル獲得は戦国ゲーミングです。
いや、やはり懸念されていた部分が出ましたよね。そんなだとブリンクをキャンセルされてしまってエンゲージしきれないんじゃないかというところでフラッシュがあればそこを越えられたんですがうまくいかずに、E のブリンクで入るしかなくて結果撃ち落とされてカウンターされてしまったと。
When you're in the studio, will you cast it all? Double if casted while streaming from the studio? I mean, if they invite me to, I will, but they don't invite me, so.
結果的にキルトレード有利に
I
運
would
び
do
そ
it.
してトレイ
100% I
ク
would
獲
do it.
得という形になりました戦国ゲーミング。
I mean, just one sentence. If my Rumble is that fat, I would have carried along.
やっぱこういった集団戦の構成同士の対決は今回やっぱりドラゴンのスタックが
はい
非常に重要になってきますからこの集団戦の勝というのは大きいですよ。
プレー
アクセスクレストとしても人数差はあったんですけど状況的には悪くなった時にやはりここですよね。
いやこれ4展開できましたね。エリム
も間に合ってカックンの攻撃の分されさらにはここ打たれてもいいように夕日はフラッシュであらかじめ反応していたというのも素晴らしかったですね。
キルがカックンに2キル入っているというのも大きいですかね。とグレーシャルプレゼンがユキヒットしましたが
すぐさまミカエルで
ですね。現のミカエルで解除してます。早かったですね。
Where can I buy Chronicler's jacket? What do I look like? The fucking salesman? How am I supposed to know where that jacket's from? Are you fucking high?
もう戦国ゲーミングとしては、とにかくやっぱり仕掛けられないようにということになるでしょうね。
友情サイドレーンでカックンへの 1v1
Message him. Just add him on Twitter. He'll probably
ポ
respond.
ッピーが近くにいるのでちょっとまずいという部分ですね。
友情もそれが分かって
Is Huni rocking a rollie on that
なかった
wrist?
ですね。
What is that? Is that a tag warrior?
さらに
What is that on
これ
his
サイド
wrist?
そろそろ完成すると
Hold up.
いうことですからレナータの対処を一つミスると
It's Gucci.
キャリーが持っていかれる可能性ありますね。
That's an odd flex.
明かりであれば皇帝の分されは受けられる可能性ありますからね。
ソウルが狙われるがアイヌの助けを受けながら反転の動きを見せていました。
Damn, he really did milk TSM, huh?
1v1 ですがワシダイがかなり勝ってますね。
Yummy, yummy,
今度は
yummy, yummy.
9のサイダーサックの場合はちょっとエトロックス強いんですけどナーもレベルによるスケールがあるので
でソウルが飛びました。これでミッドナウトアタックで破壊戦国ゲーミング。
そのレベルスケールが間に合っているという状況ですね。
アルティメットを使っていますキナツ。
ゲンのウォールもちょっとプレッシャーかけることによってなんとかレンジを戻しましたね。サイドのコントロールで
Alright, Chad, I'm gonna run the last batch of ads now, and then you're chilling forever.
明かりナーの方がエトロックスアジルに対して1対1のところで勝っていけるこういう部分があるのであくまで戦国ゲーミングが狙えているのは5対5であるという状況の中でドレイクスタックは1スタック先行できているというのは大きいですよね。次の1つはちょっと無視されても仕方ないんですけど4スタック目ソウルのタイミングでは必ず集団戦をできるということになりますからね。さらには戦国ゲーミングとしてはバルス、アジール、DPS が非常に出るメンバーが揃ってますのでポッピーもバロンのダメージを受けられますし
It's a Rolex Yacht Master
狙
X5.
っていく可能性というのもありますね。
build with Bloodsong, which
さあ
I
ド
think
レイ
gives
クアッ
this
プまで
type
1
of
分
build
ちょ
a
っ
lot
と
of power. Instead of full lethality, and
ミ
even
ッドナウタータワーがありませんアクシズクレスト怪我の連鎖をソウル避けました。
ソウルはもうここからルシアンミリオ、特にこのルシアンの
What's the point of Courier? It's supposed to be like an annoying, ungankable, perma-pushing champion to melee matchups, isn't it? But
相手が捕まえるスキルというのが、まあ、Q のレナズの Q、手洗い殺、あとはバルスのアルティメットぐらいになるので、それを警戒して、ルシアンとしては強気に前に出ていく必要がありますね。リスクはあってもそれをしなければいけないです。
さあそのリスクを追いながらのソウルのポークダメージ、かなり夕日の体力を削ってますね。
素晴らしい。
サイドレーンではユージオのこの仕掛けに対してカックンがいい返し、高低のブサでただユージを回避して本心手裏剣から完遂、フラッシュで距離を取りながらグレーシャルプリズン駆けつけた家臣がスタンを入れてシャットダウン。いやユージオかなり体力状況厳しいように思ったんですが、
正直そのウェーブクリアの段階で体力削られてしまって苦しいかなと思われたんですけど、冷静でしたね。アジールの W が1体消えるのを待ってから仕掛けたことによってダメージが足りなかった。カックンとしても兵士が大量にいる中で、対応すればユージオが飛び込んできても倒せるという判断だったんですけど、
What? Did media vote for perfect?
個人技を見せましたユージオ。
最初のこの段階のトレードに関してはアカリ側がミニオンに Q2 回使って、キーが足りない部分で W を使わせるというカックンの判断は見事だったんですけど、この後ですよね。
まず高低の分差を避けて
しっかり W が消えたのを見てから突撃、そして残り一発の A をフラッシュで範囲外避けてからの
Bro, just take away their votes. What is that?
完璧なジャングルミッドの連携でしたね。
普通に逃げているようですと、まあ、家臣の攻撃というのは間に合わなかった。
そうですね。
So you want to win? Damn want to win? Hands down?
対処しましたよね。
Oh, damn want to win.
このキルがドレイクに繋がってますね。
あ、本当ですね。
大きなプレーになりました。ただトップのアウタータワーを戦国ゲーミングここで破壊成功です。さあミッドレーンのアウタータワーを狙いに行くのはアクシズクレスト。
いや削るの早いですね。
やはりボイドグラブの効果が出ていそうです。
Alright, Azir ban versus PDD. Nice, I like it. Here comes Orianna ban. I'm guessing Azir, Orianna, Nico, and Torque ban again.
レナットとバルスに集中しているので、
Wow, they banned
からする
Maokai.
と少しでもミスったらクレンズを吐かなければいけない、フラッシュを吐かなければいけないという状況になるんですが、積極的に行きますよね。
前にブリンクを使ってダメージ入れに行ってます。
そうしないとこの3つの主導権というのを一方的に取られてしまって、先ほどまで言っていたバロンにつながる可能性がありますからね。
No, they ban Rakan.
サイドの状況
Now,
というのは
Damon could ban Orianna and first pick Corki.
V2 のところ
They
で
could ban.
というところから見
I
て
don't
も
know. I think
状況が非常に良くなってきていると。
maybe Vi is a good ban for KT if they
なんとして
trade.
もこのミッド主
I
導権を
think
渡したくない
Melio's open, which is mega
まあ
busted.
そうの狙いになってますね。
Just Damon, please don't first pick Lucian. Please don't first pick Lucian. Please, God, for all that is holy, don't first pick Lucian. Just don't do it. If you're gonna first pick anything, first pick Melio.
ここにフラッシュインからエリムが駆けつけ、ひろゆきチャージのスタンが決まりました。ぴょんぴょんで距離を取ろうとしましたが、
Don't pick Lucian, don't pick
切れ
Lucian,
ず
don't pick
そ
Lucian,
のま
don't
ま
pick
眼
Lucian,
球を
don't
決
pick
めてい
Lucian,
ったのは
don't
戦
pick
国
Lucian,
ゲーミング
don't
です。
pick Lucian.
ちょっと完全にベイトされてしまいましたね。まあ直前で
something else.
ゲートからコッピーが来るの見えてまし
Orianna
たからね。
perfect. Fucking God for that. Yes, let them pick Lucian. Oh my God,
いいところでしたし、 まああとは W の
Now we go Aphelios Lulu or what?
ブリンクをキャンセルさせたというのが見事でしたね。
Ah, what is that? What is that?
しっかりと気を受けてますね。
No, no, not again. No, no, no,
カ
no,
ックンのブリンクが
no,
ミスになりましたね。
no,
ミスになったところで
no,
仕
not
掛けて
again.
いってフラッシュを取りました。
No.
Okay, well, we thought that the cat was dead.
サイドの状況、あかりの 2ルレーンというのはアクシズクレスト主導権が取っていけそうです。
ただ集団戦という面で見るとやはり相手が動きづらいですからね。ポンピーの W ありますし、
It's been 3 years in this shit. What is that?
しかも W で延命措置もされますから。
How has it found its way back? That fucking cat.
ユージがどのように攻略していくの
They
か。
nerfed it into the pavement.
あくまで狙わずにサイドの主導権からゲームを動かしていくのか。アクシズクレスの選択に注目ですが。
お、戦国ゲーミングがラッシュ判断だ。バロンを触り始めた。ただアクシズクレスも距離が近いぞ。さあこのバロンに気づいている。キナツがバックライン、後ろにいるユージオにプレッシャーをかけていきます。守護者の鉄槌でカーシンが飛んだ。これはラッシュ判断になるぞ。戦国ゲーミングバロン獲得、そしてここから集団戦になる。横からの敵対的買収、間生命の指を使った後、ワシダイが1人。ただぴょんぴょんブリンクを使って距離は取ったが、ヒロイクチャージミニオンに使って距離を詰めてくるのはエリム。ワシダイフラッシュを使います。アイノの助けを受けながらこれはなんとか逃げられそうです。家臣が見つかりました。キナツに見つかりブリンクアウトを余儀なくされます。こうなるとミッドのインナータワー守れなさそうです。
いや、このバロン判断見事でしたね。さらに続けて
友情横からこの動きにはしかしキナツ対処を見せています。ミッドのリミタータワーを削り切ったのは戦国ゲーミング。
入れないですね。
明かり生かしたいんですが生かさせないですね。
Aatrox Poppy.
対応してる。
Poppy, you misery. La 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 la. Come on, do it.
Big
Sejuani, you misery, Oriana. What the fuck is this, man?
なのでテレポートしてきても問題ない。かつ現のポジションが良かったですね。
Pick a useful top, please.
バロンファイトになるんですけど、まずソウルがちょっとバロンスキル
狙いにいたんですが。
Why does someone in chat say fuck this shit? I'm gonna take fentanyl again, bro. Shut up.
アクシズクレスの他のメンバーも前に出れなかったんですよね。
さあただドレイクラッシュ、アクシズクレスト戦国ゲーミング今度はボットサイドから遅れて入っていく。
ポジションよりがあるのは分かっているので行くしかないと。
ユージの位置を見つけました。さあそちら側へ動いていきます戦国ゲーミング。アクシズクレストはこの動きを見てその間にドラゴンラッシュ成功です。
これをするとドラゴンは取られてしまうんですけどミニオンのプッシュが間に合う。かつポジションよりが取れるので相手がポジションより取ってるドラゴンマリで戦うんではなくて、ミニオンウェーブを押してボットサイドで戦おうというのが戦国ゲーミングの狙いですね。この辺りは冷静ですね。
Alright, chat, don't forget you can use your tier 1 or Twitch Prime to subscribe to the channel to avoid advertisements. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you can do it for free with Twitch Prime and not get ads for the whole code fee for the rest of the time. You'll never miss
ボットに
anything.
ダタ破壊成功、そしてヒロイクチャージそのまま仕掛ける。歌詞にスタンが入ったぞ。アイノが生命の息吹を使って CC 解除。これはもう使わせたと言うべきでしょう。続けて戦国ゲーミングボットに行った破壊成功、さらに英国の鎖でユージオが引き戻された。ユージオフラッシュアウト、アルティメットも使うしかない。
I'm addicted. I want to play Power World so bad. I'm thinking about getting some.
続けてソウルの体力もどんどん削っていきます。
I'm so hooked. Who's the best?
いや、なんとかウェーブクリアを行えたアクシズクレスト。ワシダイのプースコゲージがたまりそうですが、いやただ他のメンバーの体力ありません。一旦泉に戻って体力状況戻しに行きます。ここでもう一度守護者の鉄槌ブンブンと振り回してエリメ2人飛ばした。ネクサスターがその間に1本割れたぞ。2本目割れるタイミングに合わせてワシダイが英国の鎖で戻される。いやかなりミニオンウェーブが溜まっています。そのミニオンの攻撃でネクサスターは2本割れました。あとは残るはネクサスだ。敵対的買収も合わせてキナツがバックラインへと入り込んでいく。意を決してユージを飛び込むんですが、そのユージをまずはユージが冷静に打ち取って、そして続けて家臣ダブルキル獲得でネクサスを破壊しきったのは戦国ゲーミングとなりました。
いや本当にボットレーンの有利というところから徐々にこうアドバンテージを広げていって、最後はもうバルス、アジール、DPS がしっかり出るところからのバロンラッシュ判断。ドラゴンをしっかりと重ねていたアクシズクレストに対して若干判断のブレを余儀なくされるシーンもあるかなと思ったんですけど、そこは相手の攻めには付き合わずに、あくまでしっかりと相手の攻めをいなす修正をすれば勝てるだろうというのが終始効いてましたね。
思い切りの良い選択から 勝利っていうところまでつなげましたね。
本当にね、
はい、
ナのエンゲージ決まっていればどうなるかっていう終盤戦もあったんですけど、そこはキナツが勝てるタイミングでしっかりと 1v1 でフラッシュを
I'm not letting Lore win this KT match. She fucking she rubbed it in when she beat Damon last time at Worlds. She ain't winning this one. Lore fucking KT and D.
されていたゲン選手がちょっとエンゲージじゃないとどうなのっていうところ、正解はオブジェクトを先行して相手からエンゲージさせればいいでしょ。
So this cookie is from 2 days ago. It's on my desk.
さあそれでは MVP 投票の方が、候補こちら3名となっています。ハック、キナツ、ゲン。これもまた難しいです。
まだ難しいですよね。集団戦回避できないのは各のコート分されっていうところもありますし、キナツが 1v1 でフラッシュを取っていたからこそもあります。なおかつゲンをもずっといいポジションを取ってアルティメットでディスエンゲージしていましたし、そもそも一番最初のレーンの有利を取っていたのも思い返せばゲンのプレー、エリムのスティールにもつながりましたしね。
そうでしたね。
誰が選ばれてもおかしくないですよね。
こちら、X の方で投票できるということですので、ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。誰がMVP になるのか全く見当もつかないんですけれども、誰がなってもおかしくないですね。
いや本当にそうですね。
皆さん3名とも素晴らしいプレーでした。先行ゲーミングが今日良かったですね。
非常に良かったですよね。ドラフトから振り返ってみていくと、先行ゲーミングとしては、とにかくアジール・バルスのキャリーレーンを使って集団戦戦おうというのが見えるような、そういうドラフトの流れでしたね。あとは明かりを見てからのポッピーの選択も見事でしたし、最後のインヒビター前の集団戦でもポッピーがずっと W をキャストしないので、明かりが全く入れないという展開になってました。これはただどうだったんでしょうね。セカンドワンフェーズのところでルシアンが倒されるのがまずいと、あとは自身のタンクジャングルを選択するのでカジックスのような強気なチャンピオンが来られるのが厳しいよというところでの番だったんですけど、明かりルシアンと選択するというところであれば、もしかしたらポッピーの方が
あそこ見逃さなかったっていうのが素晴らしかったですね、先行ゲーミングで。
そうですね。
アクチズクレストとしては惜しくもは敗れるという形になりまして、これで先行ゲーミング 2-0 勝利ということになって3ポイントか。
そうですね。先行ゲーミングは徐々にですけど、本当にゲンを中心としたスタイルもそうですし、それ以外のスタイルでもきっちりと戦うことができるようになってきている。特に夏がそのトップの1v1のところであまり崩れないようになっている。さまざまな要因があると思います。
ミッドビストさん
としてはちょっと武器は明確なんですけど、それを生かすスタイルっていうのがうまく刺さっていないというか、うまく生かしきれていないというのが目立ってしまいますよね。
この試合ですともうしっかりとボットで勝っていくぞと、レーニングのところ 2v2 で勝っていくぞという中でのルシアン・ミリオこの選択だったんですが、思い返せばレベル1でトライブ取られて、ダメージトレード大きく負けて苦しいレーニングのスタート、あれがかなり影響しましたね。もちろんバルスレナートの方がレベル1強いのでっていうのもあるんですけど、それ以上に有利取られてしまったことでセジャニが厳しいプレーを迫られましたしね。 MVP はカックン。
ダメージパーセント 40%、
めちゃくちゃ出してますね。
いやー本当に明かり対面でサイドに出ても苦しい、レーニングのところも苦しい中でしっかりとレーン耐えて、ゲームを持たせた。途中ユージョとカシの連携で1キル取られる部分はあったものの、総じてシュナスにダメージを出してたも彼です。
What happened there?
カックを本当にまだ
He's not an Aatrox one trick. Shut the fuck up.
しっかり戦国ゲーミングのキャリーとして活躍できてますよね。
ピックの幅が広いっていうのも心強いですよね。フェイも出しましたし、
フェイもアジールもできますしっていうところでかなり
いいこと得意ですと。
そうですね。
He's not exposed by shit. He got solo killed one time. So what?
となりました。
He's the best.
こちら後ほどその MVP のカッペン選手へのインタビューができるということですので、お待ちいただければと思います。
Nara is such a cringe champ anyway.
この試合のハイライト
Only rats play that champ.
見ることができるという
Oh,
こ
I'm
とで
not
すので、
sure. I need to pick something where I can push, but I'll never win lane. And
ではインタビューまでもう少々お待ちください。
Oh, let's check out the solo kill once again. It was Casante's at low health. I hit him with hop. Yeah. He did
And he also, of course, just hit the hyper procs. Like,
yeah.
Yelling his name out.
Aww. They're supporting the rookie.
You gotta feel his BDD.
I mean, he did fucking sprint the last game down, and they still carried him. So they're trying to support him.
Easy with a counter matchup he was given on red side here.
Tell you what, that was very heartwarming.
Yeah, it really was.
Very heartwarming celebration from BDD. Thank you to the LCK crew for giving
Nah,
us the
King wins these. Shut up. King wins these. Don't worry.
We get to the
He's on. Why the fuck is there a Yumi in this game? I don't get it. Why is there a Yumi in my game? No entiendo. Hablo español. What the fuck's happening?
Yeah, no, it's
if Doran's plate goes over 500, that's enough for me. We're gonna have to ask for more starting gold.
I wonder where you're supposed to protest. Is it like tilt over? Is that what you're supposed to protest?
Outside Freak's house. That's what I was told.
Ah, okay.
World's Finals MVP getting solo killed by a rookie.
We could just send him a letter.
So what?
Yeah, that might be easier. It's a long flight.
Better to get solo killed in January than it is to get solo killed in November. Because that's World's Finals, pussy.
If I'm outside this house, I wouldn't do that. No, this is a joke. Please. This is not a message of intent.
I actually really don't think that David Turley has anything to do with the economy of the Rift. You know, he cares about stat economy.
He's fine.
Yeah. Not gold economy, right? So we need to find out who.
He's fine.
You know,
Chill out, chat. We don't have to look for a new Deshai. Okay? He's not that. He left us, bro. He left us. What is it? Like, why do we have to find a new one? No, it doesn't work like that.
Or lane swaps. Lane swaps are the other things they're always at war with. And any sort of passive.
No one can replace him.
Passive play styles. Lucid has a control ward here. Wants to punish Perfect here.
This is not looking very passive. So that's definitely in line. Lucid going to get checked, I believe, but 1 versus 1, I don't think he's going to be winning.
Fucking Gnarrat.
He's going to be able to clear out the ward. So rewarded for not sticking in lane and giving the opportunity to grab that kill is okay. BDD's moving down towards the bottom side. Yeah, Def dash.
Barrier.
But, the Zoomies going.
Why did he abuse barrier?
More than happy.
I meant BDD, as you said, yes. I said Showmaker, but...
You wanted to try and barrier the trade?
We've got a lot of team swaps, you know.
Yep.
I wanted to call Hanwha Genji several times earlier. I tried to...
But Gnar is so dumb, that champ.
DRX did really well.
Yo, King, what the fuck are you doing?
This is just more hyper procs, by the way.
What are you doing?
Just throw a house with these minions, but...
And remember, like, when K'Sante first came out, this was the first counter.
Yeah.
And I think it was actually Perfect that was playing it for one of the first times.
Yeah.
Because we were commentating Challenger just
Yumi is winning lane.
Being Perfect playing. And it did look like a pretty good counter.
Well, you know, the guy's got a lot
What is that unique animation? It's a fucking dinosaur or what? What is that? Oh my god.
はい、それでは各選手、まずは、本日 2-0 で、勝利をしましたけれども、試合を終えての感想をお聞かせください。
はい、ちょっと2戦目のアジールとか結構僕のミスが多くってちょっとやばいかなって思ったシーンも結構あったんですけど、ちゃんと2戦勝ててよかったなって思います。
ありがとうございます。まあ、戦国ゲーミング、ミッドとして2日目というところなんですけれども、まあ、各選手を含めてですね、この戦国ゲーミング試合となっていますが、雰囲気とか完成度とか現時点でどういった形なんでしょうか。
そうですね、前まではそのエリムもその LJL 初めてで日本語難しいし、その僕もその LJL 初めてじゃないちょっとコミュニケーションがすごく難しかったんですけど、最近はもう結構円滑にコミュニケーション取り合ってチームとしての動きができるようになってきたので、最近はかなりいいかなって思ってます。
かなり調子がいいということなんですね。
はい、そうですね。
カックン選手といえばやっぱりこう SNS 上でのこう強気な発言がこう夢立ったりとか、あとは今回もペイを出したりとかっていうところで、かなりこう自信に満たされた選手だなっていう印象があるんですけど、実際 LJL で戦ってみてご自身のパフォーマンスはどう認識されてますか？
そうですね、そのもうなんか僕本当は全部レーン活動って気持ちで LJL 来たんですけど、ちょっと半々ぐらいの 感じなんで、今のところはもうちょっとうまくやって、
But Kingen,
韓
what's
国人選手に
happening?
は負けないぐらい強い連戦したいなって思います。
今後のカー君選手の大プレー、活躍が楽しみですね。
そうですね。それでは最後に、実戦が V3 戦ということなんですけれども、まあその V3 戦に向けての一言、パンダさん大好きです。
Nice dash, Kingen.
はい、
Nice.
V3 戦、このミッドがエースさんってことで、日本人対決で、そのエースさんすごくうまいミッドレアだと思うので、ここで勝てたら、なんだろうな、僕も自信つくし、このファンの皆さんにも、僕、いけるぞっていうことを見せれると思うので、頑張ります。応援よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。各選手のインタビューありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Showmaker and aiming are going to be really strong. And Kingen is just a tank anyway, so we're fine. Ah, they're double support iteming. I didn't see that. Rats.
Once that support item is completed, then you hit Syndra, you have burst damage on single targets with this Vi, and KT's next few fights over objectives are going to be so difficult for D+ to deal with. This first Infernal Drake, for example, should in theory go to them, and they're going to start it up right now.
Yeah, that one should just go. Lucid is in the area, does get a control ward over, see what's going on, but aiming's a very long way away from this. And it looks like Gyoshik is going to be left to his own devices. They just know exactly where Lucid is. You can see BDD not risking it at all. Def moves up.
We're just giving this?
Now moving on over, BDD knows that he can just get this stun. Wasn't spotted. Lucid now looking
Okay.
for opportunity. Glacial Prison
Okay,
comes down,
shockwave.
free hitting. There's the ult out from Kellen, but already their jungler has gone down, and now Gyoshik's on top of Showmaker. He can now get out of there. BDD's also safe. They'll grab a Drake and
No, I hate them.
pick
I hate
themselves
them.
up a kill.
Only BDD has to flash here. Lucid similarly will have to use his as well. They get a heal out of Kellen, but that's not all too significant. But I loved how KT
Nah, I
set
hate
it up
them.
because they have
They're all
BDD
fucking degenerates.
in this perfect position. They also know that Showmaker isn't going to have the damage.
Where
to
is our
stay
damage at?
Sitting on an alternator, a tier, and Merc treads to really threaten Deft. So Deft just pushes forward and says, this is not just me scattering the enemy jungler away to secure this rig. We can actually force this into a larger fight. They get Lucid's flash.
Where's the damage at?
And things are looking great here for KT in this early game.
Now, a few buttons on cooldown. That's why Def decided he wanted to dash forward, but not really doing too much there. Of course, Kellen's Zumi's timing pretty good, but let's check this fight out one more time.
Look at Def just saying, I don't care where Lucid is. I'm just going to dash on top of him. We're going to focus down this enemy Sejuani. Flash is forced. They end up grabbing the kill here. The ult is decent for aiming, but they don't have the numbers, and the positioning was so split.
Stop laughing at me. Shut up.
High value ultimate. He doesn't have great stats at this point either. Double win here for
They're only down 1k gold. It doesn't matter. They're playing as here. They're playing as Orianna, Zeri, Lumi. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And you were mentioning
Let
the fact
them
that the gold for
cook.
Def wasn't quite an advantage yet, but the gold for Beryl was. He's got his Moonstone now already completed. It's going to help them as far as standing their ground here in this lane and giving up a bit of CS.
Wait, Orianna went Lich Bane first item. What in the hell?
And once that
What
Blitzsong
in
is
the
done
hell?
for Deft as well, you know, there's a really high amount of damage that he can do to any single target, you know, be it
Are we letting him cook?
the Orianna, be it the Zeri if he catches them, but even you know, Lucid isn't going to last very long, as we saw there, with a lot of focus. And it's very difficult for him to itemize against both the burst damage of the Syndra and the def damage on the solution in the early game. So not very tanky just yet. Does itemize into that.
Ooh, Frozen Heart, Storm Racer, Redemption
again,
complete.
two damage profiles to
Oh
deal
yeah,
with, and
first
it's actually
items, baby,
Luden's
first item.
companion here for BDD. He's now picked up.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's scary right now. KT's comp with this spike.
It certainly is, and they'll be able to definitely get themselves some priority around the Dragon, but I have a feeling that KT probably want to try and open up the map as much as possible. Rift Herald could be where they're going to set their sights, and that's exactly where Beryl and Deft are going to be heading. Perfect also, I really hope he does go for more of the split push style, like Hullbreaker build.
Cadril supports my team, Cat Despair.
If he continues to stay in such a good
What's wrong with my support?
his side laning
My support is good. Everyone shut up. You guys are fucking early game endies. You're like me when I play Mario Kart and I'm on the first lap in first place. Shut up. Go end the race then. Idiot, go explode the Nexus.
He has half an RFC.
And now he
No
has
ult on Mylio.
that's going to get the ult out
Yo,
from
force that Vi out. Force her out.
and aiming.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Moving up, trying to be the main character, and he definitely is. 4D+, if there's anyone, it's all about this Zeri. He has so much farm. for his team. Ahead of the clock by about 10.
Why is Damwon and T1 game 1 endies? What is this? No, they're not. They're not. Damwon's gonna win this. Damwon's gonna win this.
Perfect should be able to get out of here, no problem.
Bot's up 40 CS. Mid is ahead. Jungle's playing a tank. And he can't get caught.
Yeah, he's level 12. Perfect is level 12.
Yeah, he is big. He's a whole level up on King and 3 on aiming. So
They're on Herald. They're on Herald.
He's feeling pretty strong. So Gyoshik starts off the Rift Herald, but feeling like it's a little bit too toasty up here. A little bit too dangerous. And we're just jostling for position. You can tell that the last game was pretty intense.
Yes.
You know, like with how these players are playing.
Some fatigue is showing.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But it's fatigue, but it's also like you don't want to be the one to mess up this game because the last one's intense.
They can't dive you, right? Oh yeah! Oh yeah, that's Kingen! Kingen! Oh, that was clean. That was clean.
Still going to be forced out of the side lane, but to be able to recover.
That's a free arrow for us.
To teleport though, that will be teleport advantage going to be
Now you're chilling.
He's able to run away. That means that Lucid may not have as much of a good time.
I don't think
over
so.
here, and he's going to have to.
Yeah, it's not a free arrows for us. Aiming into it.
We'll just say leave Shelly alone.
This
Maybe
is really
we're cooked out here.
KT series against Fear X, just so much control of the map everywhere that you could play this tug of war, push and pull game, and just constantly keep the enemy team on the back foot. Even if you're not securing these objectives, you're forcing resources, you're forcing Zeri to back, you're shoving these waves in mid, you're always threatening something, you're always keeping your opponent sweeping non-stop and trying to defensively set up their own vision around these objectives where you're getting something elsewhere. Look
he
at
lost
the
one
vision
creep
that
there, I
KT is on
think.
the bottom side of the map, controlling the entry points to the Drake, which now they're going to rotate towards after they grab this Herald, after they grab this turret. They have so much control. D+ don't have a lot of options right now.
Yeah. And this is sort of how the game should be at this point in time, right? KT's composition, as you already illustrated for us, is kind of geared to this part of the game. But you still have to try and cling on to something. You still have to get a bastion of hope around the map somewhere.
Did he hit it?
Looking for that
No.
in the Dragon Pit here. The reset is what KT are looking for, so might be an opportunity. They can burst this one down, and I think they should be able to do so. That'll buy them some time.
Okay.
Time is what DK
Listen,
desperately needs.
KT don't have... They only have 2 grubbies. So Gnar can't blast our side towers. We denied second Drake, and it's Mountain Soul. So, game is chill. Game is chill. We have Zeri. Just let him scale. Let him cook. Let him scale. Let him cook. Zeri, you me. Just give it time. I'm not yapping shit. Shut up.
Yeah, and I really like Mountain Soul games for the fact that it's really swingy. So you really have to fight for every single one. Yes. Because you cannot let your enemy
Why on DK's side? I don't know. Something about this roster makes me happy. This roster makes me happy. This roster makes me really happy. I don't know why.
You just prefer to surrender at that point. Yeah, it just feels awful.
It feels terrible if you end up in that scenario. Lucian, more playable, but also doesn't feel great.
Kingen was my favorite on DRX. Showmaker is my favorite. Aiming was my favorite. Kellen's my little rat.
Going for this. Yeah, looking for it. Relentless Pursuit going to be used here by Deft. Gets himself into a better position.
And they're all together now.
Just making an entrance. I kind of like that. I did like what Aiming did in the last game, actually, on his Lucian. He switched over completely to the crit build. He sold most of his items, bought Infinity Edge and Arms and all these sorts of things. Like, Lucian can definitely do that. I don't think Deft is going to have the same situation this time around, because their composition definitely wants to play a shorter game than 45 minutes, like we saw last time.
He's got Cyclo Sword, so if BDD hits anyone, they die.
All right, Lucid does find BDD, but there's the ulti out of barrel.
Ooh! Nice shockwave. Lucid, run, you rat! Yes, aiming time. Come on, Aiming. Jump the wall, jump the wall. Don't be a pussy.
Aiming at full health is going to keep himself alive, and we're going to have to count some summoner spells to work out who won.
I mean, 2 flashes here for KT. Barrel commits a heal, and then on the other side here, Lucid commits his flash, and then, of course, Kellen both summons down now as well. So, arguably more value here for D+, but still, a big exchange there in the mid lane doesn't lead to kills, but the turret so dangerously low. Down here, Kingen catching this wave, and KT are just getting more gold on the map. When you add up all the additional gold that Deft picked up from the double support item, it's really showing here in
2-item Lucian.
3,000 nearly the advantage KT has with just one additional kill, all those other small objectives, mid turret, top turret, and the additional farm they've picked up, especially in the top lane. So this game is still very even. It's still very
Deft your
close.
favorite? Yeah, Deft was also my
We've
favorite.
spoken a lot about today.
I don't know.
It's going to be about whether KT can set up these picks.
The thing
or
for me
T
about
Plus
League is I
can
don't
get into
support
position to
teams,
fight the way this
I support
competition
players.
wants to with double
I feel like there's a lot of
farm
players I
lane
really like.
and of course the engagement
They're all
of Orianna is
most of the players I like are either
It's just so
psychotic or
scary to
fucking
see how much
degenerate.
damage Deft can do.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, rude indeed. When Deft gets the ability to hit somebody with his
I
Cyclo
feel like
sword
you
and
can,
the
after you watch a player play for a certain amount of time, you kind of get their personality. I don't know, is that weird? Is that parasocial? I don't know. You can kind of understand what they're like by seeing how they play. Like, everyone has their own unique style of play, and sometimes it's relatable, you know? So that's how I like enjoy certain players.
Now completed the Archangels into Seraphs.
Like, you know, Jackie Love is a fucking, he's the cockiest motherfucker on the planet, and so is Humanoid. You just know it. You just know it. Alce's playstyle, he's just a fucking, he's like a genius, but he's also a degenerate.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
I can see it.
and a nice
Adam's
test for
just
this game to
ill,
offer you that additional
but he's
damage.
never changing. So he's just ill and he knows it, and he's fucking on. He's insane, insanely good.
Unusual, but we love to see
The Shy
players
gets solo killed. If he's back, solo kills. Like, he's fucking
I
cooked.
also just like anyone that wants to use Orianna auto attacks, because I always thought that she was a Rage Blade abuser. You know, back in 2014, 2013, whenever she came out.
Do you see also Lucid is starting to itemize towards some
It's crazy how they're just 3k up.
but he's the only one really.
They have 3 towers and a fucking support item, and they're 3k up.
Picked up here for Showmaker. And
Is this game
you know,
lost,
this is going
actually?
to allow
Wait, hold up.
this death cap when it's completed here shortly for BDD for him to just do a massive amount of flat big damage here with his Luden's Companion when that combo does come through. So it's pick based here the way KT is going to go about this. 30 seconds until this next Drake fight. Look at the vision they have all across top side on any rotations down. Left of the Dragon Pit, any different way that Lucid could try to approach that you could see a flank is going to be spotted out. So they are
We're
very
shadowing top.
well set up for this.
And Lucid just going to wait for
I am a bit of a KT hater, I am. It's mainly because of lore. 2 reasons I hate KT. 1, KT beat Damwon at Worlds last year. And 2, lore supports KT, so I fucking hate them.
Is definitely,
it's rough.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough situation for D+, but rock and a hard place. We do love.
So I always want to see
and it
KT
might
lose.
be similar to the location the D+ are in now.
It's a full
I like the
health
players
turret
though,
too,
but
so
bro,
they can get
I
more
hate
than
watch
just the
them.
Dragon here. They want to get some damage done in mid, as it's just going to take a long time for this to go down. It does go down quickly enough, but you just get to put the Nara in a spot to farm, and he has TP, so there's no real threat. BD also having TP, there's no real threat of this turret, the inner, going down, and KT are just getting gold everywhere on the map. D+ gave up a dragon and are going to lose more gold overall as this inner here in mid is just going to get burned down by these Voidlings.
Yeah, and
I don't hate lore. I don't hate lore.
Under the bot lane as well, maybe not a lot.
I don't hate lore.
Significant. An exaggeration.
It's just KT beat Weibo and then she rubbed it in at Worlds last year. But no one asked. I remember that. No one asked.
Man, it just must feel pretty nice to beat KT and be like, hey, perfect. Man, it's cool that you're actually on a champion this time around and not just having an awful time. I imagine the comms are feeling a whole lot better.
Ever since she rubbed it in,
for the KT players, and it's good to see
she lived rent-free in my head.
皆さんこんばんは。
And now, I'm gonna live rent-free in hers when Damwon blasts him in this game.
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。さあということで、本日2マッチ目はバーニングコア富山 VS デトネーションフォーカスという試合になってるわけですけれども、こちら注目ポイントはズバリどうでしょうか。
そうですね、まあもう
I know the tweet
こう
already.
端的に言うと
Rolled and smoked
になる
at
と思い
lore.
ます。
KT are frauds. That's exactly what I'm gonna tweet.
まあレファギーがトップで入ったっていうことなんですけど、もともとね、バーニングコアの所属だったんですけど、
そうですね。
はい、いうところでフルス対決になっているということですよね。
いやそして昨日ね、レイファーキー、早速そのデトネーションフォーカスミーでの試合だったんですけれども、非常にパフォーマンスを見せてくれましたね。
そうですね、しっかり MVP 取っていましたからね。 まあその活躍をこの試合でも注目せざるを得ないと。でまあ、あとプラスで言うと、やっぱりアリアの存在感もありますよね。アリアが中盤2個でエンゲージで支えたからこそレファギーのキャリーにもつながったというのもありましたし、のトップミッドが注目。一方のバーニンコのトラウマとしても新人のボットレーン2人がかなりいいパフォーマンスを見せてた。デビュー戦とは思えないぐらいのパフォーマンス。特にこのチームのエンゲージだったりとかいうのも注目でしたし、あとは元 TCL
No fucking fighting. Yeah, bad time. Now there is fucking fighting. Come on, do something.
彼も強気なプレー、ハイキック入ったんだプレーを好む選手なのかなという印象を受けてたんですけど、まさにその通りのプレーを令和でも見せて。一生もぎ取ったというのもありましたからね。ただ、アジルで5位にシュリマシャッフル狙いに行って逆転されかけたみたいなね、ありましたね。やっぱりこういう危ういシーンなんかもあったりして、そこを救われなければいいというのもありますし、あとはなんていうのトップのトルツですよね。彼ももともと DFM にいたというところがありますから、本当にトップレーナーが両者フルス対決になっているということで。
Oh yeah, here we go. Get that. Why doesn't that Nar have a shutdown?
こちらが2023 LJL サマープレーオフの
Fuck him up, fuck him up.
になってます。
明らかにやっぱり序盤のスタッツ。
Yeah, big kill. Nah, that's a big kill. That's a bot tier one as well. We're cracking that shit open. Yo, KT, go Baron, go Baron. We can do that. No, you can't. You can't. Double TP ready. Actually, single TP ready. 44. Okay, Showmaker. Come on, aiming. Get IE. Get IE. Please get IE. Lucid! Oh my god, he's a mega tanker! Yo, why did you walk back in, you rat!
勝っているというところですから、そして注目プレイヤーはトップレーン、
やはりトップレーンだったようですね。
Aiming. What is he doing? What is he? Yo, back. They're gonna TP. Get out. They're gonna TP on you.
チームとしてはかなり苦しい戦績だったものの、
Thank the Lord.
なおかつ、
Alright, Syndra no flash.
するとかなりいい高い
Syndra no flash.
誇れているというのが特徴的ですし、今回デトネーションフォーカスミに入ったことによって、さらにそこが強化される見えますからね。
They're doing Baron. Their Baron damage is really low. Syndra has no flash. He can't be in the pitch. He has no ult as well. King in. Where's my shockwave at? Yo, perfect and jump flash R aiming. Don't fucking get caught. Nice, they're off.
っていうのがありますよね。
まずレーニングが非常に
Dragon in 40. Let's go Dragon. Thoughts? Aiming. Jab IE, little fuck. Have IE, little fuck. Come on.
どちらかというとこのキャリーチャンピオンのイメージな
Have IE.
ので、
Little rat.
タンク
Or Navori, that works too.
ちょっとウィークサイドを担当しなければならないってなった時に、レイファーギーがどれだけうまく立ち回れるのかっていうのがちょっとフォーカスミの今後の課題になっていきそうだというのはありますよね。
そういったピックで思い出しました。ファーキーダリウス使いますよ。しかもめちゃくちゃ得意。
そうなんですよ。だからもともと得意なので、この期間で練習する必要があんまりない。なので、ウディアを開けてダリウスを当てるなんていうのももしかしたら見られるかもしれないですね。
ウディアのね、今カウンターとして。
They're not gonna go Drake. They're gonna go for the Baron Force.
もうなんかちょっと
Look barrel.
したいんであれば考えなくちゃいけないみたいな。
そうですよね。
状況になりますよね。さあそれではドラフト始まっているので見ていきましょう。ブルーサイドデトネーションフォーカスミレッドサイドバーニンコは富山です。
ただ
No Milio, that's pretty big.
さすがにということですね。
Don't give them Dragon for free. Q in there, yeah, fuck with them.
特にブルーサイドなので、やっぱりウディアを3ピック目で取られてダリウスバンっていうのがちょっとということで消しましたね。
もしかしたらねこれがサイド変わったらその可能性はありますね。可能性もね、そうなるとあるかもしれませんね。さあニーコのクターンとバンを返していくのはバーニンコは富山です。デトネーション5月目はセカンドバンでアッシュをバンしています。まあアッシュはもうちょっとパッチでは開かなそうですね。
ATC の運用もできて、サポートでレーニングがとにかく強いで視界のコントロールも優秀となれば、開ける必要性はないのかなということですよね。
さあバイマンデトネーションフォーカスにそしてバーニンコは富山がポッピーをバンしてファーストピックをアジールからになりました。
このアジルがもう
King and run, you rat.
どんなタイミングしてもある程度戦えて、集団戦
He didn't even press Ghost King and what is wrong with him? He's a
戦っていく
psycho.
姿勢を見せましたね。
トリスターナミット、そしてバルスを取りましたね。AD キャリーの選択。
これで、ボットレーンのレーンにも非常に強力な AD キャリーが取れたっていうことで、ミッドボットから作っていくよというのがバーニングコア対応の狙いですね。
さあ、デトネーションフォーカスミー。ボットの2つのピックを取るということももちろんできますし、
ここに対して、
Aiming. No flash on that guy.
ジャングルと
Aiming.
取ってもいいかなと思いますね。
Yes.
相手のボットのピックが見えてからコンボピックをボットに当てるのも面白いですよね。それだけやっぱりボット主導権っていうのが今重要。
Okay, we got Syndra dead, but we used flash and exhaust and heal. So that wasn't even worth it, was it? Was that even worth it? We got nothing from that. Nothing.
ジャックスを取って、そしてバイバーン取りましたか。
EL の得意ジャンプ。2マークスマンを支えていく構成にすると。
How does my Zeri have 380 CS?
現在のパッチだと、競技シーンであまり見るべきではないんですけれども、勝率自体はソロランクが非常に高いになってますからね。
そうですね。ミシックが消されたことによって、サポートアイテムをさまざま変えるようになった。ソラリー、あとはムーンストンの再生だったりとか、強いアイテムが非常に多いんですよね。それを重ねられるというのが強力なので、採用したと。
バーニコは富山はルシアン版から、
ボットレーンのコンボピックが必ず来るだろうということで消していってますよね。あとはセナだったりとか、ニーレン、サミーラといった飛び道具が飛び出してくる可能性もあるので、どれを警戒するかですね。
ユタフォンハープなら何を使ってもおかしくないっていうのが、ちょっとバーニコ富山からすればやりづらいですね。さあ、デトネーションフォーカスにはまだ選択がされていないサポートへの番を受けてきます。ラカン版。
チャーリーのラカンはターゲット版ということになっていますね。陣にしますか。ここでどうしよう、レナータとかを消すと一気にオーリーに飛び込んでいってマックスをキルしに行くみたいなボットレーン、キルレーンがやりやすくはなりますが。
Kengan, what are you doing? Where are you going? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Death's running it! Yes! Death scream at! What is that Vi doing? Kill him! Oriana! No, why did you do that, Showmaker? Why is everyone flashing forwards? Just fucking hit them! Lucid, please! Aiming, aiming, aiming! No, no, please! In barrier! You have barrier! Oh, fuck, he used it!
さあ、セナは空いてますけどどうしますかね。なんならもうセナパイクとか、セナニーラとか、いろいろありそうですけど。
ただまだサポートは見えてないが、やはりやりますか。
やりますよね。
Why did Showmaker flash forward?
レナタが空いてるとか、いうこともあるので、落ち着いた選択肢にする。
Why did Showmaker flash forward? Yo, Death's already ended it!
ただ、普通に背中の検知しますか。
セナカリスタ。
なるほど。
He's flash QWing
セナニーラもね、今流行ってる注目ですよね。セナウーコン、ケリー、いろいろある。
セナリーシ。
More wasn't right. Shut up. It's not over yet.
攻撃的な選択にしました。
Look at this. Look at this. The fight's won. The fight's won. We've got Nash. Vi's griefing. She's flashing out. We're fine. Why is? Watch my Oriana. Watch her. Watch my Oriana. Watch my Oriana.
このセナリーシに対してバルスに何を合わせるか。
これを受けてもレナータで良さそうですけどね。
やはり飛び込んでくるチャンピオンですし、
What is he doing?
レナータになりましたね。
Oh, perfect. Clean as fuck on Nardo. He's clean as fuck.
ましたが、デトネーションフォーカスにボットネで仕掛けてきましたね。
いや、仕掛けてきましたね。背中が開くとデトネーションフォーカスにはセナの扱い非常に得意としているチームでもあります。世界大会でも実績を出したことがありますから、こういったところでやっぱり
It's okay. It's okay.
広さ、
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got Nash.
見せてきてますね。
But I can't get Nash.
ただ一方でバーバーとしても
Also, this Lucian just looks piss useless, doesn't he? Just look at his items. He just looks useless. You can't convince me. Perfect Kai Payne carrying this shit. He's got 100% win rate on NAR, but after this game, he ain't got 100% win rate on NAR, and he'll never get it again because he lost one.
エンゲージする手段が
です
よね。
そうですね、サポートもレナタになりましたから、
なので、まず間違いなくバニコとしては、バニコとしては必ずボットレーンの有利を作らなければいけない。
Listen, get that BT and don't flash in like a cycle.
かつユタポンハープ、ハウラチャーリーの新人ボットにそれが行えるのかというのがこのゲーム難しいポイントになりますね。
ただなんていうか、そのドラフト的に言うと、やはりサポートをラストピックに回して、相手の構成を見てから、相手のボットレーンの組み合わせを見てからカウンターを取らせるような選択をしたわけじゃないですか。
そうですね。
やはりここは勝ってほしいということですよね。
その通りだと思いますね。
ハウラ、そしてチャーリー、昨日の試合では非常にいいパフォーマンスを見せてくれましたからね。
注目ですね。
Come on, when's BT ready?
トップサイドですよね。
When's BT ready?
ソロレーンのマッチアップでいうと、
Angel didn't curse DK, shut up. I didn't curse shit.
はい。言われています。もちろんグラガス側もね、対処をすると、ルーシャンスに攻められてくるんですよ。特にグラガスのパッシブのクルーがナウされてから、ちょっとそこがさらに顕著になっている部分がありますが、ミスはできないんですけど、ただ順調に言えばグラガスが勝てる。ミッドレーンのところでもトリスタンのバーストが非常に強力で、アチェルがちょっと対処しきるのが難しいという部分もありますから、そのレーンのところでの安定感からボットレーンのどれだけバニコがつなげていくか、ここが注目ですね。
Let them have top tier 2. It's for frauds anyway.
Aiming.
BT.
隙あらば出そうとしますね、イエルは。
そうですよね。Master Rolex Sushi watch. How many times? How much time?
そうでしたね。
はい、イエルアイバーン。
Farm up the Krugs. Come on.
これが LJL ですごい久しぶりのアイバーンピックっていうことで、
はい、
ちょっと話題にもなりましたね。さあ、それでは見ていきましょう。LJL2024 スプリングスプリットデイ2マッチ2
Mimio has 100 CS
デトネーションフォーカスに
First time,
マニックは富山スタートです。
Welcome to the Season 14 Spotlight. Don't farm in bot. Get infinite gold. Avoid fucking gold tax fraud.
レベル1は非常に強
Deal
いジャ
more
ックで
damage.
す。
Have more wards. Very fun.
トップレーンのところはお互いアクリルの選択ということで、トリスも今回はタンクのビルドの選択になってますね。
Stop comparing. Let's compare world titles. Let's compare that.
これちょっとアリアがトライブッシュを守ってましたが、2人で取り返していきましたね。
Talk to me.
そしてミッドレーンも
What do we got?
フリートの選択ですね。結構トリスタンドだと、
GA?
先に行くなら
Okay, fine. That's fine.
リーサルテンポにしたりとか。っていうのがあるんですけど、アジルのハラス
He's a rookie. No, he's not rookie. Plays for Nip.
選択してきてサティがあるので、そこに対抗するためにこのビルドの選択、このルールの選択になってますね。
レーンの主導権をしっかり取りに行くという体力有利を取ってレーンの主導権をしっかり取りに行くという選択ですか。
それで間違いないですね。
Don't run it.
あとはスティールの
Don't run it. They're gonna pincer you, you rat. Aiming, 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 aiming.
やっぱりこのボットレーンの通物のところに
Oh, we have GA, we have GA. Just be ready to press every button under the sun, please.
ただそれでいうと1周目が非常に速いアイバーンが相手ですからね。
確かに。
さあ、スティールのスタートの選択はラプターから、そこからレッドバフ、リングというルート選択になっていきそうです。ボットレーンレベル1で強気に入っていくが、ハープが見ているのはチャーリーだ。ファーストブラッド獲得。さあ、そしてそのまま2対1の状況からハウラを持っていくのはデトネーションフォーカスミーです。
さすがのレーニングですね。ちょっといいスタートにしたことによって、自身がいいスタートにしたことによってミニオンウェーブの有利というのも作り出しましたし、もうレベル1のスキルの取り方、そしてレーニングからこの違いっていうのを見せつけましたね。これですよね。フリータポンが少しと思わせて、ハープがしっかりとキルライン見えていると。さらには砂の中に止まってちょっとキル取りませんでしたね。アイバーンやっぱりこう1周目速いは速いんですけど、このマークが溜まりきるまでは借りきれないので、レベル2で不要にガンクしたりとかっていうのはちょっとできない状況なんですよね。まあそれこそもう相手の赤バフだったりフルバフをスティールしてそのままレーンにガンクすると、本当に特殊なことをしないとそういった強く違ったガンクっていうのは狙えないチャンピオンになっているの でこのように通常通りフルクレのルートを
Why is it always me? Why am I always the one to catch
は
L's?
ちょっと遅くなってしまうようなそういうチャンピオンではあります。なので逆に言うとフォーカスミの多くのボット2人としてはこのキルムーブボットで行ってもジャングラーのカバー来ないよねという確信があったようですね。
その4人は的中しっかりとボットの 2v2 で2キル獲得です。デトネーションフォーカスに
しかも結果的にはボットレーンのところでキルが起きたので今回はフルクリアになりましたけど、そうならなかった場合 2v2 のところであのままウェブ主導権取って有利を取ってアイバーンがマークを貯めているボットの多くにカウンタージャングルをしたっていうようなですから次のこの試合におけるこのアイバーン対策2人がセナリーシの運用の仕方っていうのが見えたワンシーンでしたね。
それでの 1v1 さあイエルが寄ってくるロケットジャンプ。ここはアリアがフラッシュを使いました。フラッシュダウン成功です。
イエルの近くにいましたし、なんといってもブリンクがキャンセルされてしまった途中で中断されてしまったということでかなり苦しい取りとなりましたね。
いやこうなればモジュルかなり強気なレーニング行いそうですね。
できますね。
Why is Law right? Why is it that KT just fucking... They're just annoying. They're just annoying. They beat my teams and then they lose anyway.
そうですね。ヤプスティールがボットレーンの正面姿を出してあテレポート使わせました。だいぶプレッシャーからテレポートダウンに成功します。ジュールのテレポート、いやこれ先ほどミッドレーンアリアのフラッシュを取る有利を作ったんですが逆にテレポート有利をデトロショークスミッドレーンで発生させました。いやただ今度はトップレーンにイエルが出るぞ。これはカウンターストライクのスタンドはトルツに入りますがイエルがきっちりとレイファーキーを取っていきます。ガンク成功バーニングコア富山トップレーン。
ここはもうジャックスがオールインしたいタイミングでしっかりとスナーが入っていたのでレイファーキーとしてはちょっとどうしようもなかったですね。
I'll be back co-streaming for LEC. I'm gonna play some Power World now until I have to go to the studio. Wait, one second, I'll pee real quick.
リコールしてからのテレポートだったので、まだその最小限。
おっとタワー下チャーリー1人のところにハープが仕掛ける。そしてユタポンも前から最後はユタポンが取りました。タワーダイブ成功。デトネーションフォーカスミです。トップレーンではトルツがアルティメットを使ってかなり手前に引き出しました。体力トレードはトルツが勝っています。
さらにはここから足までタイムもあるのでかなりいいレーニングで
おっと高低の分差で打ってますがアリア
これはフラッシュで対応したようですね。
ジュールがフラッシュ使ってます。
これでさらにミッドレーンのウェブ主導権取れるかと思いきやアリアも強気に返していきますね。
負けないですね。
たださすがにバンペーセットあるのでこれ以降は
ロケットジャンプからヨードルグレネードをつけてイエルがカバーする。いや
もう徹底してミッド勝たせるという動きですね。
いやこれやられると苦しいですねアリア。ボイドグラブを触っているスティールですがトップレーンの有利もトルツ側にあるのでバーニングコア富山側にあるのでちょっと諦めます。
ここはもうアイバーに触らせて、あくまでフォーカスミとしてはボットレーンダウンのコントロールだったりを狙っていきたいですよね。ちょうどボットレーンのウェーブもプッシュするタイミングですしやはり狙っていきますね。
始めましたスティール。ただこれイゲルも返してきますね。ボイドグラブには触れずにそのままボットレーンに向かってました。
アイバーまだレベル6ではないですからちょっと早めにレベル6になってテイジ召喚したいですね。ベイシー類ないで本当に序盤の初戦ガラッと変わりますから。
いやまたタワー下行ったハープ。
ただ6になりましたよアイバーン。
テイジ召喚してこれでかなりプレッシャーを出すことができます。いやハープそれでも仕掛けていく
強気ですね。
ただこれはちょっと体力を削られましたよハープ。砂の回復はありますがちょっと時間がかかりそうです。手洗い挨拶ユタポンを捉えた。いやこれユタポンのフラッシュを使わせてそして汚れのレーサータワー下当ててクレンズまで使わせた。
うまく港の9手洗い挨拶入れましたね。ここでボットレーンの主導権取れましたから
ドレイク触れますねイエル。
and we're able to take it in very intense.
マオカイのアクションも若干遅れますね。
トップレーンではとりあえずマナがないぞ。アルティメットを使ってレイファーキー、ちょっとキルも見るような動きでしたが、まあ、タワーが近いということで無理はしませんでした。おっとボットレーン
遅れて入ってた。
第一の方角から仕掛けていくデトネーションフォーカスミー、ドレイクには目もくれず集団戦だ。スティール主人の進撃、ハウラーに入っていく。さあハウラーはフラッシュを使って距離は取ってますが、それでもスティールが追っていってキルまでつなげていく。ジュールがミッドレーンから降りてくるんですが、これは完全に挟まれる形、高低の分差例で飛ばされていました。イエルはフラッシュを使ってミッドアウタータワー下に逃れてますが、2キル獲得はデトネーションフォーカスミーです。
アリエが揺れる状況になるまでしっかり待ってましたね。そして準備が整ったと見るや否やしっかりとマオカイのアルティメットから仕掛けていく。ジュールのブリンクが後手の分差例で弾かれましたかね。
さあリプレイ
から入っていって、マオカイのオールに合わせてリーシュも飛び込んでいくと。腹を振らして対応したんですけど、セナのアルティメットもあった。あ、やはり
球员没什么防守办法，只有这个
キャンセルされてましたね。
キャンセルされてますね。これでブリンクがなくなったのも痛かったですね。いやただデトネーションフォーカスミーがいい仕掛けからドレイクは渡しましたが、
捕まえるスキルがないですから、
仕掛ける。
なんとかして1対1個人のところで上回っていくか。アイバンの Q が素で当たってくれればいいですけどね。なかなか弾速の遅いスキルで、それも難しいですからね。
さあイエルはボイドグラブを見に行くことはせず、ボットレーンの方のカウンタージャングルを行ってます。
あくまでやっぱりバーニングコーターとしてはドラゴンスタックを重ねることを意識してますから、当然の動きですよね。いやここも冷静にトレード有利に立ってますね。
ウェーブのコントロールもレイパーキー取っているので、まあ、自分のリコールがしたいタイミングでできてますね。
トレーンのところも継続してフォーカスミ有利になってますね。となるとドラゴンファイト、ちょっとバーニングコーターの選手はこのままだと狙いづらい状況にはなってますが、どうしますかね。
さあトルツはリコールをしてサンファイアの完成が行えましたが、
いやもう 2v2 のところでタープレート4枚いきそうですね。
そうですね、ボットレーン
さすがにまずいのでミッドの状況を改善してからブリスタンドとともにボットレーンに入っていくというのが望ましいだろうということで、バーニングコーターはミッドの主導権から動かそうとしますね。
ジュールを動かしてボットサイドジャングル入っていきます。イエルさあこのジュールにかかっているでしょうか。アリアがただナッシャー完成させてミッドレーンテレポート復帰、横からスティール、いやちょっと後手の分差例からのガンクも狙ったような動きでしたね。
そうでしたね。
ただここは使わずにウェーブのクリアに当たります。さあドレイクアンパーで1分切りました。さあジュールが 1v1 でアリアに食らいついていきますが、ウェーブのクリアに当たります。
テレポートで復帰する前に一旦体力削っておこうと。
さあドレイクアンパーで1分切りました。
見えましたね。
さあジュールが 1v1 でアリアに食らいついていきますが、ウェーブのクリアに当たります。
テレポートで復帰する前に一旦体力削っておこうと。
さあドレイクアンパーで1分切りました。完成まではちょっと間に合わなかったですね。でアリアに食らいついていきますが、ウェーブのクリアに当たります。
復帰する前に一旦体力削っておこうと。
さあドレイクアンパーで1分切りました。完成まではちょっと間に合わなかったですね。ですからちょっと諦めてトップサイドでのアクション見てますね。さあレイファーキーに根っこ投げ当たったが、まではちょっと間に合わなかったので一度そのちょっと諦めて取っために時間をかけています。さあレイシャドウのカバーが入ってレイファーキーにノックアップは決まりますが、カウンターレイファーキーカウンターショット狙ったが、これはちょっとフラッシュでさあ当てることはできていません。次のウェーブがやってきます。シャドウズカバーが入っていやただウェーブが入っていなかったレイファーキーカウンターショット狙ったが、これはちょっとフラッシュで当てることはできていません。次のウェーブがやってきます。シャドウズカバーが入っ って、いやただウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでただウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウントショット狙ったらこれはちょっとプラスでウェーブが入っていなかったレファーキーカウン っている。しかしここにはデイワーキーがレポートが返っていて、ハーフが一時取り返した。チャーリーちょっと今レポート東にはフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。チャーリーちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセントに取っている。しかしデイワーキーがレポートが返るから、ハーフが一時取り返した。じゃあ青よ、ちょっと今ね、そしてキュレイギからハーフがフリーズラーから一気にパーセン Got it.
いた穴からしっかりと開放的横に開いた穴からしっかりと開放的横に開いた穴からしっかりと
逃げ切ってそして大地のオバックからさらに追撃エンゲージデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれさらにイエロー弾き出してイエローショットアリアそっちでアリアゾーンに逃げ切ってそして大地のオバックからさらに追撃までつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれさらにイエロー弾き出してイエローショットアリアそっちでアリアゾーンに逃げ切ってそして大地のオバックからさらに追撃までつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれさらにイエロー弾き出してイエローショットアリアそっちで逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらに追撃までつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれさらにイエロー弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショットアリアダメージでゾーンに逃げ切って大地のオバックからさらにアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにラブキューアリア逃げてこれアリア弾き出してイエローショット飛び込んでいった5人の中に飛び込んでいったこれは少々やりすぎだアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスにアリア弾き出してイエローショット飛び込んでいった5人の中に飛び込んでいったこれは少々やりすぎだアリアがつなげていきますアリアデトネーションボーナスに これでキャリーが勝った。
Thank you.